All right, perfect time to start the stream. We start it with
We
just
literally, I mean, but granted chuckles, we literally just
Fuck.
when that was posted, it was literally being like, should we be worried? and then
Should we be worried?
Like less than 30 seconds later, you popped in like I live. So
yeah. I mean, I also just to be fair, I also had to I forgot to turn my computer on. Then I had to go get my headset. Then I had to charge my headset for 2 minutes. Like it was a few things.
Such things.
It was
it was a
struggles.
20-minute.
Yeah.
That's all we need to know. All right, hey, wait. Let's get into this. We gotta get started here.
Yeah.
Everybody just fucking
pancakes.
Let's go. All right. So last session here in the Witchlight, we went and had the aftermath of the Operation Awesome heist, where all the children were freed, and you ended up back at Little Oak, where you partied the night away with with Will, with the dwarf, and why am I blanking on his name? I don't know, dwarf something. And he and you had some conversations. You healed Brotor in the morning, and had some heart-to-heart conversations with Pud and all those folks. As everything got wrapped up in the morning, you found Squirt is now your new guide, ready to take you over to Yon. You have Clapperclaw, your friend from the first area, along with Morgort, the bullywug, and in a little bit of a miracle, your balloon had been repaired / changed over, I guess, into a new vehicle. Basically, a balloon cart drawn by a vegetarian owlbear that the two of them found in the forest. So now you have this little kind of cart. After saying your goodbyes, you headed off in the direction of where Squirt was telling you, going through the woods, and slowly but surely the mists that bordered the realm of thither engulfed your cart. The woods alongside of you all disappearing, and it all just becoming dense and quiet, muffled. The sound of the owlbear's paws just almost nearly silent on the ground. All your hearing and stuff just kind of disappearing. But then suddenly you heard the sound of carnival sounds, the sound of screams, cheers, the sounds of the kind of carnival organ music and all that type of stuff. And you emerge from the forest into a dark night area. Definitely not there's some time discrepancy here. And you find yourself in front of a carnival with darker colors, lights on lanterns, banners, etc. People walking in the entrance, and a sign above the entrance reading the Dark Wish Carnival. You hear a barker enticing people to come in, and as you enter, all of you heard a voice in your head that beckons you in as well. Behind you, through the forest, all you can see is basically like a wall of mist that is thick.
The loading screen.
Yeah, the loading screen behind you. And you end up meeting some of the individuals from the carnival. The first one you meet is the barker. He is out front and getting you all to come in. He introduces himself as Tyndall, and you notice that he has no shadow. Quite strange. And he has no shadow, and he brings you into the carnival, free of charge, it seems. For basically, I think it was just a very quick, 2 copper or something like that. And you make your way inside, and one of the things that you did notice right away is the place is a little bit more abysmal than the carnival, the Witchlight Carnival that you started your adventures in. This place has a more sinister vibe to it. And something that you notice is that along the eastern side of this carnival, there's a bunch of carts, and some of them are coming out of the woods and pulling up along the outside here. And these small hooded figures seem to be hawking strange wares as a little girl follows a floating light towards that carnival, or towards that market stall. As she does, she is basically scared away by something. And after you have a quick conversation with the strange hooded, fey-like creatures that are at the edge of this carnival, telling you that they've been, told to come here by. Did they? And I can't fully remember this. Did they say that did they tell you that we were told to come here by Zyblina?
Yeah, I had that in my
Yes.
notes.
Okay, great. So yes, they tell you that they were ordered to be here and come here by Zyblina, which is a curious thing considering that, she's currently, as far as you know, in stasis, trapped in a castle back in Prismere. But as you're continuing to converse, the little fey creatures suddenly seem frightened and close up their stalls and all kind of disappear and kind of cower back in their little market carts. And as you turn around, you see a dark-skinned elven woman approaching with a glowing red sword in her hand as Isolde, the name that you recognize as the owner of the Twin Carnival that the original owners, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, had. So you now have found Mr. Witch and Mr. Light's original Shadowfell Carnival. And Isolde, the current owner, protector of the carnival, greets you. The voice that she speaks with is not the voice that entered your head as you all arrived here at the carnival itself. But the sword glows as it seems to notice you all approach. So, you stand in front of Isolde. He is tall, very severe, kind of a severe look on her face, beautiful, but immediately has that look, like an intimidating look to her. She leans on this sword and addresses you all. You're not the usual clientele. Who are you? She looks specifically to Velka, Voda, Rosin, and Nutmeg, but then eyes more intently fall on Voda and Kiwi. She raises an eyebrow, knowingly. Witchlight monarchs. So,
I'm
you have
watching
come
her carefully.
Yeah.
Says that does her expression betray any thought in that?
Oh yeah,
about
sure.
what that would mean?
Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Okay. Okay. Make sure I'm on the right thing here. Bop. 9.
Okay. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Nope. That does not tell you anything. Her expression does not change an inch as she says that.
Okay.
Her follow-up is simple. She says, well, it's very nice to see that my old carnival is still upholding the traditions that I instilled. Welcome to the Dark Wish Carnival. What can I do for the unusual 6 of you?
In that, because when she calls out the Witchlight Monarchs, not necessarily, but like when she says it's very nice to see that they're still upholding some of the traditions, like is that sincere?
Once again, another insight check.
I believe in him.
Oh, that's a little better.
You should just had her go first.
I was like, with that belief from Porkins, do I get advantage?
You are able to see just the tiniest hint of a smile on her face. Whoop, that's loud. It goes into combat.
Do I see that as
Roll
sincerity, though? Like,
Yes.
Okay.
You see that as sincerity, as there's a glimmer of... You would almost see it as a spark of happiness in her eyes that is quickly overtaken again by that stern look, that serious look on her face.
I have a really quick question, and I think we knew the answer to this a long time ago, but just as a player, because because I'm sure my character would remember this piece of it if we discussed it. When we went to the carnival, like those who had things stolen from us, it was already the Witchlight, like in the hands of the current owners, right?
Yeah,
like it was
it
not
had been
disowned.
for a while.
Okay,
It's been
that's
that
what
way for
that's what I
quite some
thought. I
time.
just wanted to make sure.
Isolde stands there again regarding the party. Well, if you have no business here at the Dark Wish, enjoy your time. Or no business here with me. Enjoy your time. The carnival is open all evening, and enjoy some of the attractions, etc. There's some things I need to deal with. She looks over all of your small stature, aside from Kiwi, to the market carts at the edge of the carnival, and you watch her eyes track one of the little glowing lights as it floats off into the main carnival proper. If you excuse me, I must take care of something. And she starts walking away.
Isolde, we know her name, right?
She introduced herself,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I'm not like stepping out of here. I'm like, wait.
How do you know my name?
I need to read, guys. I haven't been on mic and anything for like 2 weeks. Okay, rebuilding this in. Isolde, I was actually had some interest in those. If I don't want to overstep any of our welcome or anything, but if you happen to need a hand, we can be quite handy if you're needing some support with some of that. Not that you need it, but if you want.
She pauses and looks back to you all. I appreciate that. She looks you all over, and there's a moment of a little smile crosses her face. There is actually something that I do wish to have some assistance with, but only if you have time. If you are busy, I do notice that she looks over in the direction at the periphery of the carnival, where she sees a cart that just seemingly has a frog and an inanimate scarecrow just sitting in the seat. I see that you seem to be traveling. If you don't mind, where have you come from? You wouldn't be. There's a moment where her eyes there's a bit of you catch a hint of trepidation, something, worry in her eyes as she says, "The Witchlight Carnival is not close, is it?"
Oh, no, we've been, all over, hither and thither and wherever we go.
There's no reaction to that.
On our way to Yon, and we just kind of, wow, here we are.
To put it bluntly, we are stuck.
Lost, perhaps.
Perhaps if we help you, you might be able to show us the way we need to go.
You guys, Rosin, you see this, and so does, fucking, where's all your dumbass perceptions? That's what I care about.
Not that good.
921.
Yeah, so Rosin would be the one to see it. Maybe Zug. Zug, yours is 15, right?
No, is it not updated? It says 13, but...
I have 15.
Oh.
Passive, yeah?
How?
Passive.
Oh,
Yeah.
How?
Hey, man.
I notice things. I don't know things.
I'm also 15 passive. So.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
so,
not proficient in perception, that's why.
Yeah, so Rosin, Kiwi, and Nutmeg. Rosin, very much, you see this immediately. Kiwi and Nutmeg, you see a bit of this. As you are explaining this, the sword glows for a brief moment. You guys see this, just like the briefest of moment, the sword glows, and you can see Isolde's eyes look off into the distance, and her head cocked to the side like she's listening to something. And then her eyes return focus back on you all.
Spooky.
You are traveling, you said. Well, it is a bit unfortunate. See, I don't know exactly how you have arrived here.
That would make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I was
7
gonna
of
do
us.
the same bit. God damn it!
You see,
Really faster, old man.
the mists are closed right now. You shouldn't have been able to come through.
Well, we supposedly has a guide, but evidently they didn't know where they were going either.
The squirt the oil can, now inanimate as well, just hangs off the side of Kiwi's shell by like a little, string or a rope.
What do you mean by
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask by what you mean by the mists are closed. But Neon, go ahead and do whatever.
Isolde looks over her shoulder and she calls over this large individual. She says, Hermos, and this big fucking dude just comes walking over. Hermos. Yeah. She points over to the little light that is flitting between some food stalls. Hermos, could you take care of that? You know what to do. I need to have a quick conversation with these 6. They may be able to help us. Hermos grunts and just heads off in that direction towards the little floating light. Isolde looks to you all. Curious, if you wouldn't mind following me to my tent, I have something to talk to you about.
Everyone next to Voda hears her under her breath. Espionage.
I start humming.
So, you move to her main tent. You're following her there. And it's pretty well appointed. Sparsely but well appointed. Like, the things in here are nice, but there's only the things that she obviously needs. There's a small bed. There's a chair and a table with some quills and ink on it. With the typical parchment paper, etc. A few boxes of things, and a wardrobe, a dark oak wardrobe that is closed. The air has a bit of a smell of incense. It's this nice sandalwood smell in here, and there is a small couch seating area, multiple kind of chairs, and she directs you to just have a seat. I'm very surprised that you were able to make your way in here, as I've closed the mists in anticipation of possibly finding my prey. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. The Dark Wish Carnival is my charge. I must protect it. It's my family. We are constantly besieged by these strange things that always follow us on the periphery, showing up. You saw them. Vending these strange wares for strange prices, like your ability to whistle or your ability to tap to a beat. It's insane and incessant, but as the night goes on, things get a little bit more hectic here. I can easily take care of that. That is not a problem. But there's a reason why I chose this little forest by the edge of Kars. You see that I have an old grudge with an old enemy of mine.
It's not the ones you traded this place for, is it?
No. No. I have no ill will against those two Shader Kai. They do this. The exchange was beneficial. However, I do know my former friends, an adventuring party like you, they were all killed, murdered by someone or something called the Caller.
Is that caller like C-O or C-A?
Makes
Caller, okay.
And they're somewhere in this vicinity?
And
You got it.
Has something to do with the things following you? Or
I
is
am
that
not sure about the things following me. I choose my locations based off of where I feel that this thing is planted itself again.
What guides you to it? What's
instinct.
What,
She
what
pauses.
is that
She
feeling?
pauses and she says, "Instinct."
I would like to see if she's lying. I'm not very good at this, but I'd like to see anyways.
I mean, with a name like the Caller, I mean, maybe it is just like a kind of a thing to be felt in the universe or some shit like that.
Simmer down.
I was gonna say I'm trying to think, Gastroy, along the same lines, not knowing what you rolled yet. Because like from my perspective, I'm an investigator, right? Like we don't necessarily go off of instinct. We go off of something concrete and something like something needs to lead you there. Like it's got to be something more than instinct. Like.
But every film noir movie I've ever seen, there's always a scene where I don't know, I got a bad feeling about this.
The gut feeling is important, but like.
Something tricks you to it.
Yeah,
It's
like
important to
the-
listen to your gut. Sometimes your gut
feeling-
just says you want to go to the fucking forest.
Oh, well, that could
Yeah,
also to go more to Derpy's thought process here. I think the subconscious can pick up things quicker than the conscious. Hence, the gut, it can still be analytical under the surface.
And that's where I think Rawson is getting like kind of like like it's more than instinct. Like Rawson immediately questions that statement. I don't know necessarily if it would be to the point of like trying to see if she's lying, but more so like trying to like making a mental note like we're gonna get to the bottom of this and figure out where that where that gut feeling is coming.
You can go ahead and roll another insight check if you would like. So, you see, as she says instinct, her hand tightly grips the hilt of her blade.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because
That's
Rawson
what I was
saw
thinking.
it.
Too,
Okay, you might have. Go ahead, Kishore.
No, I just said that's what I was thinking too. The sword is the hunter.
Not-
Voda, being completely distracted, goes, "Oh, do you know this voice?" And minor illusions.
The voice that
Okay.
you heard.
The voice of the sword. Yep.
I was actually
She
gonna-
has not at all connected the dots here.
I was actually gonna couple like.
Nice.
Well, no, go ahead. Yeah.
There is an obvious, like you all see it, there's an obvious look on her face of curiosity and a smile crosses her face. And she looks to her side to the sword and out loud says, "So you have reached out to them. Fair enough. Are they..."
When she does that, do we see it glow again?
Yes.
Yes.
It glows.
It speaks to you. And Rawson just looks fascinated.
Is the name of the sword instinct, or was it just
Out of character, I was gonna make that joke with a minor
She
illusion.
laughs. She lets out a little laugh. She says, "No. You are obviously much more insightful than I thought, so I can share this with you."
As she
Insight.
says that, I lean to whoever's close and says, "I didn't know swords can talk."
The impressive part is actually it listens.
Why not? We just ran into a talking tree.
I would like to.
Also, our guide is an oil can.
Go
Still
ahead.
operating the
Somehow the
theory that
most
we've
sober
been.
one in the room.
Yep. I'd like to see if this sword of hers rings any bells for like known entities. If that makes
Legendary.
Sure,
Yeah.
you can give me a history or religion check.
sense. History check at advantage
Ooh,
because
nice.
Because
You studied the blade. Oh my god.
super fucking.
I want to remind everybody,
I know,
he
but-
made this class.
I know.
I laughed hard. I'm
So
scared Zeus
you
got knocked over
this
my-
sword. Okay, so Velka, as you look down to the sword, and Isolde actually says, as you're observing it, she says, "This is, I'd like you all to meet," and she kind of holds it out. Nepenthe.
I hold my hand out.
Just shake hands with sword.
Yeah, I'm standing there waiting.
So
I just do a
Velka
little wave.
and Isolde says, "This is."
Rossin slaps your hand and be like, it's a sword.
Doesn't mean you can't shake hands. It's very rude.
You can wave at it, you can nod at it, you can say pleasure. You don't shake the blade of the sword.
I was taught to treat everyone with manners.
Called saber rattling. If you do it to a sword, people don't like it. It makes them nervous.
She
Yeah,
actually-
if you
so
greeted
she
the sword
says-
differently. Wouldn't that be like, I don't know, kind of rude?
Okay, so back to the history roll. Velka,
Voda is lost in thought.
you look at this sword, and you recognize what kind of sword it is. The name does not ring a single bell in your mind, but the shape, the make, the ornamentry on it, it's a Holy Avenger.
Oh,
Oh.
baby.
Interesting.
But asterisk on that, it everything like you're like, this has to be that, you know. You look at it and you're just like, everything fits. The it's a long sword. The shape of the blade, the hilt, the cross. What is that called? The cross guard. All that things. It's like that's exactly what you've heard described, but there's something off. This is.
It's possessed.
It does not.
Holy Revenger.
Yeah.
Unholy Avenger.
Isolde holds the sword in her, holds the sword, blade down, or cross her two hands, holds it out, looking at it, and she says, "This sword, Nepenthe, was actually a gift from those that you have met before. The two Shader Kai, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. This was in their possession when they previously owned this carnival. When we exchanged carnivals all those years ago, they gifted this to me. And we have been inseparable partners ever since."
And
It's
they
interesting
can
because
identify the one who killed your clan, friends, whoever?
There was a brief period where my mind was foggy, when I was happy to just run a whimsical, silly carnival filled with laughter and filled with delights. But in the back of my mind, I knew there was something that I should have been doing. When those two gave me this sword, it was like a door was opened to a closed part of my mind that had been shuttered away by whatever that fantasy was that I was caring for. The Dark Wish Carnival in Nepenthe opened my eyes, and now I hunt for the caller. That is all I wish for, is to see that fiend brought to justice.
However,
However,
sort of nodding along as she talks. Oh, go ahead.
this carnival is my home. I've been with it for years and years, and it gathers more and more lost individuals, those who do not have a home, those who are outcast on their own, and I'm their protector. That's why whenever I feel the presence of that thing at the edge of my periphery, I can't go after it. I have to protect my family here, first and foremost. And these things, these annoying gnats, mosquitoes, flies that flock around the outskirts of the Dark Wish, they're the most immediate threat. Things happen. Tents catching fire, wheels falling off carts, bolts missing on attractions. It's only so much I can do to take care of everything here. And you six, well, I think that you can be of use to me. You see, I've closed the mists around this area. I've attempted to trap them here. And I think I know where they are. You see, not but earlier this evening, our lovely Professor Pacali reported that one of his putrid punks had been stolen from his Hall of Horrors. Now, this is carnival property, and I want it back. I have a feeling that this caller is involved in this somehow. Not quite sure, but anybody messing with that part of my carnival is surely operating with some ill intent beyond the mischief that these gnats seem to want to enact. Another brief pause as the sword glows. The mists will be lifted, and you can continue on with your travels to wherever you were headed. You help me retrieve this item of mine and bring back the individual who stole it as well.
What's your intention with the person who stole it?
Well, I would like them to give it back to the professor. It's very dear to him, and, well, he must face judgment.
I'd also assume is that whoever the person who stole it is kind of will change. Is that the answer?
Yeah, was it the caller? Maybe a little different, huh?
There's no response from Isolde on this, just a stern look.
Oh, I get it.
Well, not to pry too much into that, but and I look to the group. Correct me if I'm wrong, but okay, as a player, is the Shader Kai trading thing like a common thing for just them to do? Like the trading objects for random assortment of things?
Do we know?
Would that
I
be
don't know.
something
as
I
a
would
player
know?
I don't think there's any. No, well, Shader Kai are denizens of the Shadowfell, and like in D&D lore, they bring back memories or things that hold memories or hold significance to the Raven Queen. That's their jam.
Do you get a sense that this where we are now is in some echo of the Shadowfell?
No, it's actually you're in Faerun.
Oh, I thought there was something that suggested that.
No, you're. It feels weird, but now I think now after her explanation, after her explanation, the weirdness makes sense. Basically, you're in a.
It's a containment zone on the material plane.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
We're in the quarantine tent.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not what Endelin's people were also doing?
Yes.
The ones they sent to her sister.
They were trading knickknacks for...
Unfortunately, not pattywhacks.
Yes, just knickknacks for conceptual things.
I don't know if that makes sense. Might of us to look into it if it does.
Yeah, I believe that it would be best to proceed with caution and assume that there is a connection between Endelin and these merchants.
I then kind of go, realizing.
Oh,
you're
you cut out.
God fucking damn it!
Right after you said realizing it cut out.
Oh no, I stopped talking.
Oh, okay.
You're good,
realizing she probably doesn't. Well, at least to Voda wouldn't know. So I looked at her and hourglass.
Oh, I'm sure you said
Something
Hourglass
about
Coven.
the Hourglass Coven.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Um,
Thanks, Mike. You're doing great work.
Isolde looks at you, cocks her head to the side, and raises an eyebrow. What is this coven? I have heard of covens are groups of hags and witches. I've encountered some of them on my travels, but I have not heard of the Hourglass Coven whatsoever.
They are.
A nuisance.
Yes.
Sincerity. Is
They
that,
currently have the Witchlight Carnival by
I
the
will
balls.
very quickly grab Velka as he's.
I mean,
saying
as
anything
she
about the
she
Witchlight.
hears, yeah, and she hears that, and she says, "Well, that's unfortunate, but I'm sure that the two proprietors can handle that."
Well,
Yeah, I'm not
they,
too worried about it. I'm sure it's fine. It's related to our travels, but not explicitly the only reason.
So, I
Uh,
do have some questions.
Quick pause, Velka.
Myself.
Rosin, roll in another insight check because you want to once again check her about the Hourglass Coven. I'm sure.
This feels like the interrogation, right? She's just kind of reading her during the whole process.
She has, as far as you can
yeah,
tell,
just generally trying to gauge like who she is, what she knows, the sincerity of the things that she's saying.
She doesn't-
all of yeah.
she does not. You do not read a single thing on
I
her.
want to see good cop, bad cop with Rosin and Zug.
Oh my god.
Who's who?
All right,
I don't
Velka.
know.
Velka, you can
I don't know
continue.
if there's
I
a way to do
literally
this,
offered our help.
but I kind of want to see if she's like of her own mind. Like something about this feels weird to me.
Okay.
Like her own recognizance that there's something else there.
Yeah, because like she said that, like something about Mr. Witch and Mr. Light and the sword opened her eyes, and now she's like obsessive about this
That's true.
thing that she.
That phrase is a
know.
little ominous.
Yeah, I mean,
My
why
eyes were
don't
open.
I was
you
thinking.
you can give me an insight check, Mr. Nutmeg.
I definitely had the thought of.
I'm take a
this
big
is
puff before I start thinking about this.
Mm.
I definitely had the thought that the sword is the one seeking revenge on the caller, and the memories were implanted, kind of a thing.
All right, so Nutmeg, you get the sense that there is some sort of relationship between her and this sword. Whether it is just something where it unlocks something within her, or if it's driving her, or it's even controlling her, you don't know. It's something there.
Okay.
There's
So
a neat.
definitely a link. There's a
link.
more than just like two separate entities.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a neat twist that could happen here, but I'm not gonna
Yeah.
speculate
we'll
further because Zug doesn't know
Okay.
or care.
Velka, you
So-
were wanting to say something.
Yes. So I did have some questions about this weapon of yours. It seems to be, for the most part, a Holy Avenger, but
She laughs and Isolde laughs and she says, "It has. I had no idea. I have just called it Nepenthe."
See, that's the thing that is confusing to me because Holy Avengers are a holy relic, and usually they are not sentient.
This feels like an episode of Pawn Stars.
Let me call my sword guy. And Velka walks in. Study
yeah,
the blade.
Yeah.
So-
Continue.
I'm simply wondering how Nepenthe found themselves inside the sword.
Isolde shrugs and she says, "I don't know anything more than what Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, well, they had different names at the time, what they had told me. You see, they said that this sword came to them from a half-ogre sword swallower who died of old age at the carnival, and when we exchanged the Dark Wish for the Witch Light, this sword came with me."
Did you give anything in return in equivalence?
No, they just gave it to me as a gift.
That rule applies here.
No, but they would be curious to see if there was something that was exchanged we missed.
That is, can Nepenthe hear us, or is it more can project but cannot hear?
There's a soft glow from Nepenthe.
I quietly saddle up next to it and put
I can
two
hear
fingers
all
on-
of you.
Oh. All right.
Oh boy.
That's ominous.
So, Nepenthe, do you mind if I ask how you ended up in this sword?
You can ask, but I do not know.
Are you stuck in the sword, or is this your, I guess, is this your being? And do you know if you had a corporal form prior to existing in this sword?
I am not sure. These questions are odd and have never been asked of me before. Maybe I can think upon this. But I do like my current home and my current keeper. She is a remarkable partner.
Did you pull
a
us?
fucking insight check a sword because it has no
Yeah.
body language? But
You can insight check it at disadvantage because you're just trying to pick up the
Nuance of
the
its
nuances
phrases.
from its voice in your head.
yeah.
No body language, no facial expression, no.
This is not gonna go well, but fuck it.
One.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna speak up and ask, wait, did you draw us through the mists? She closed them, but it's serendipitous that we showed up at this time.
There's no response.
And I have
I
on good
knew it.
authority that our guide is very, very skilled and talented. I gesture to the oil can hanging on.
It creaks. It just lets out a little spurt of oil.
Aw.
He's tired. It's fine.
That happens
It's
sometimes.
it's cold out.
He's shy.
So, but Nepenthe never responded to my question.
No.
All right, so send us in the right direction, and we'll go kick some butt or something.
Or collect some. You said it was a punk.
Yes. Follow me. I'll take you over to the professor's hall. Nepenthe walks past you all and opens the curtain to the tent.
Isolde or Nepenthe?
Sorry, Isolde walks out and opens up the curtain to the tent as she
And out
basically
the
leads
image
you
of a
over.
sword
Yeah, leads you.
Yeah.
walking.
And then opening a curtain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Accidentally slicing it. is
So
his
leads you
version
over
of
to
opening.
another sizable tent. This one with all kinds of strange, monstrous forms painted on the outside of the tent, and she opens it
Do
up.
we go past the Shader Kai on the way, or is it opposite direction?
What Shader Kai?
The one, just the
The
group,
merchants?
the merchants. There
Oh,
you
they
go.
are not Shader Kai.
Oh,
They
okay.
are...
I got some wires crossed then.
Yeah, they're like some sort of
They're just
They're
like
like,
some.
entity.
They're like weird fey. They're just weird fey merchants.
I have a note on this.
They were like what the fuck? It's like essentially the Fey version of Shader Kai, but I can't think of what they're called at the moment.
Darklings are.
That's
what
the
they
one.
are.
Yep, Darklings.
So yes, they are Darklings. They are not Shader Kai right now.
Okay, then the
Right,
dark.
No, they're not right. They are not Shader Kai at all. The Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are the Shader Kai we've been mentioning.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So okay. So do we pass them, or are we going the other direction?
You're going the other direction. You're going further into the carnival to the west. So you arrive at
also,
this.
sorry,
I'm going to like put my hand on Zug's skull, and then pull my hand back to bring out the pseudo dragon and send it over there.
Okay.
Also, real quick, because I don't know if this was just mentioned or if I forgot. Is Sold a human?
He is an Eladrin. He is an elf
That's
of
right.
the seasons.
That's right. Okay. thought there
I
was
like to
something.
imagine when you pick up your pseudo dragon, it's like getting a
Schlorp.
baby kitten by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah. It's just,
The skull.
It doesn't want to get up. It's like a warm
Oh,
hole in the
what is
skull.
that? What
I've
is
gotten
the
so used to
character-
it.
What is the character's name from the? Gosh, man, now I'm blanking on the name of the show. It was a Netflix show that was from the creators of Futurama, but it was a fantasy show.
Oh, it's
Disenchanted.
Disenchanted.
So I'm
it was
imagining,
Lucy.
I'm
You think it's
imagining, yes,
Lucy,
I'm
right?
imagining Lucy, but
Oh,
make
God damn
Lucy,
it.
a rainbow version of Lucy, and that's the little
I dig it.
pseudo dragon.
No, on that note, real quick, I started watching the first 2 episodes of the most recent season, and I haven't gone back. And it's been like 6 months. I like the show, but it just lacks the.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
All right.
My
what do we,
my shit isn't
movies.
opening. It's just posting.
word.
Oh.
All right. So as the little pseudo dragon flits its way through the air and its little inky rainbow wings, the rest of the party, you make your way over to this tent, where outside you see an older individual balding on top of his head, wearing almost what looks like costume-like robes, or costume-like, doctor's outfit, the white coat, etc., all buttoned up the front, big bottle glasses, and his eyes grow wide as Isolde approaches, and he stops wringing his hands. He says,
Sorry, Isolde. I was just taking inventory. It seems that it's not one, but 2 of my punks that have been stolen. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Oh, no.
Don't have to worry, Punk never dies.
Rosin, you notice that as he's freaking out right now, there's the coat that covers the majority of his body. You see a small bit of it start to wiggle and bulge as he's wringing his hands and worrying a lot.
Like, what part of the coat?
Like upper back.
Oh, okay.
Right.
No, good point. But it's something on his upper
There's a
back.
lot of worry going on there.
And you notice that you do notice that he's strangely lumpy.
Oh,
The
I like where
lumpiest doctor.
I like where this is going already.
Come, please. I'm sorry. I should not be out here. Come, you all would please step into my hall. I promise. It's closed for now after the recent theft. We do not want any patrons coming in here and possibly suffer more of my punks being stolen. But I should be able to, describe the poor things that were taken. Please come inside. And he pulls back the tent's flap and welcomes you inside. As you walk in, you see that there are shelves and cabinets and all kinds of things that are stacked with strange taxidermied creatures and creatures in jars, etc. But
Question.
yeah.
Before I forget about this, as we're walking in, do I notice anything about his body, relaxing or changing, or when we're from outside to inside?
Yeah, the little bulge on his shoulder gets smaller and disappears as he goes back inside the tent.
I also want to do a smell check as we're walking in if I smell anything familiar.
Okay. Give me
I actively do not want to smell while in here.
give me a perception check.
Perception.
Do you have advantage on being
How
smell?
long
Oh,
can we
nice.
go without?
No, I don't. But it's
Okay,
specifically
no,
it's aroma.
What kind of familiarity are you?
Just because of the description, I don't know where this is going. Anything kobold related?
No, nothing kobold related at all.
Okay.
However, as you sniff around, you do notice that there's smells that match. Strangely, that 21's pretty good. You sniff. Scent of this Professor Pacali oddly matches the scent of some of the taxidermied things here.
Oh,
Some of the things in the jars.
is it like a scent of like formaldehyde or something lingering that's kind of the same across all of it, or
Not formaldehyde.
Is it coming? Is it from his body?
Rosin,
Yeah,
give me
or
an
like
investigation check.
just something? I just know there's something similar between it. The aromas are linked in some way. Could just be a strong patchouli. I don't know.
Investigation.
Do your thing. Yeah.
As the professor is jabbering his mouth off about these two these two specimens that were taken from here, both of them jarred specimens, preserved, he's telling you. One of them a small blue creature, shriveled in nature and just very slight. The other one, this strange, muscly red creature that was had 2 arms the size of like gorilla arms and little tiny legs. And he's giving you this like apt description. You're walking around the periphery and you're noticing that every single one of these things has some sort of resemblance to this professor that you have just met.
It's like one have his hands, and the other one has like his face.
Something about it, yeah.
Yeah, is there... in looking at that, like, does that resonate with anything that would make sense to me? Like, in the Fae or in the, like...
I guess what's the common thread between all the things we're looking at?
Yeah, like, sensibly, logically,
all
like...
of these things, as you look at them, Rosin, reflect some sort of emotion. All of these creatures, the taxidermy, bottle, pinboarded creatures, all of them are in some state of emotion, whether that be happiness, rage, fear, sorrow, surprise, all those.
Anxiety.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them also kind of seem like a lot of them range towards. That's actually a really good picture, Neon. It's kind of like, even though they are dogs and humans, it's kind of that type of thing. But think of it also as each of these things almost represents, not all of them, the majority of them are not nice. Majority of them represent things like rage, negative emotion, things that are like jealousy. You absolutely see like jealousy, vengeance, wrongful lust, stuff like that are all represented in these various shapes and forms of restraint.
Can I... Rosin doesn't have a filter when it comes to investigations. So...
No, really?
So she's going to turn to the professor. Does he have a name? Did we learn a name?
Yeah, Professor Pacali.
Pacali?
Yeah.
Okay. Professor Pacali. Wait.
Professor
Pacali.
It's very peculiar.
Professor Pacali. Wait. I'm very intrigued. Just a moment ago when we were outside, you had... I was noticing as you seemed a little bit nervous, and I was noticing your coat kind of getting... I don't want to say disformed, but it kind of seemed like something was perhaps growing. I find something fascinating about each of these specimens, and they remind me so much of you.
There's a moment of a pause as his mouth slowly goes wide and then shuts with a loud clap.
I take a step away from Rosin.
I don't know what you are talking about. These are all impeccably preserved and found in things that I have gathered over the years. Right, Isolde? Right?
Where have they been gathered?
It doesn't matter. We just have...
Except it does, because we are on an investigation attempt to retrieve 2 of these specimens, and I think the more we understand about them, the higher likelihood we will be to find them.
Isolde lets out an exasperated sigh and just grabs the back of his coat and just pulls it, and you hear
oh god,
it tears down the back.
Oh shit!
And you watch and you see on his back.
Rattle.
On his back, you see multiple just bulges and forms, each of them with a face.
Oh god.
Each of them with a face.
Are they cute?
No. Each of them with a face in various states of emotional distress.
Oh, he has sentient cancer.
Professor, this
So
is
it's-
fascinating. Why are you hiding this?
Because I would be a freak otherwise. Two of these things escaped. I tried to keep calm, but whenever my instincts get the best of me, and I tend to get a little bit...
And you watch as one of the bulges on his back, one with a sinister-looking, like, angry face, starts to get...
Deep breaths, Professor. Deep breaths. Take a deep, slow,
Serenity
slower,
now!
slower. I think our goal, once
if you need to
we
hit this, you
once
can.
we find this for you,
He walks forward
we
and
will
grabs
also
Nutmeg's
work on
pipe.
We will also your self-regulation skills to help. Okay?
Okay.
We can find this. Just the more we understand about it, it will be helpful.
I think whoever it was came in here, took 2 of those jars, one blue, one red, and made off with them. They think that it's of some sort of value, probably, but these things, they're a piece of me. I detest them. They're terrible, but they're still a piece of me. That's why I
What
keep-
emotions are they?
That's
I mean,
okay. I mean, we all have things about us that we don't like. Like, for example, all my friends are short.
We all just look over up at him.
Look over
Okay,
and
I
up.
definitely.
Yeah.
There was definitely a piece that, like, as you were talking, I was just gonna be like, for example, Zug has blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, I was definitely imagining that would be where you were going, but
Well, sure. Anyways, which emotions got lost? Or stolen, or whatever? You said blue and red.
One of them was probably murderous intent.
Oh,
Nice.
The other was, well, I think it was just probably when I just didn't want to do anything, just sloth, or just,
lethargy.
lethargy. Yes.
One of those is more worrying than the other.
Yeah,
Well, why
I
would
guess
the
if you
one that
could-
doesn't want to do anything go anywhere?
well, and this is what I was.
I'm sorry. I don't think you realize all of these things. I typically do not let them leave.
So you're saying you still think they were
Okay.
taken?
No, they're dead.
So does that mean you don't have those feelings anymore?
No, I tried to keep them. Tried to keep them calm. Tried to keep myself calm. Otherwise, that they will once again grow from me. But I tend not to let these things live.
You do now all notice that, like, in the back corner of this tent, like, peeking out from behind a curtain, there is basically, like, a table filled with hammers, like, large mallets and things
Oh
like
God.
So,
Wow, you take mindful meditation very seriously, literally.
so, question: would someone else? You said they escaped, or they were? You said they were
They
stolen.
were stolen. I don't think the person. I don't
So-
think the individual understands what they are. They just think that it's some freak show thing, and that it might get some value on the market. Can you?
But on the off chance, and perhaps this has nothing to do with this. I just want to make sure. If it was in fact, for example, murderous intent, do you have any thought that there could be a sentient to that dead thing that was removed from your body?
Is whatever took it going to go on a murder spree?
Yeah,
But-
well, they
but, like,
absorb that being close by.
Could they either absorb that, or could they bring that back to life and kind of put on display that murderous intent? Like,
Um,
Yeah,
just
I'm used
wondering
to
if
the
that might
metaphorical
be
being real to
considered.
Fae, but this is taking another level.
No, that's not. You do not have to worry about such things. They've lost their influence after I take care of them. I just want them back.
What's the issue?
I want them back.
You don't.
And
But-
Isolde looks over you and she says, "It's property of the carnival."
Well, who would want this sort of thing? I mean, if you're going to sell, as you put it, not that I feel this way, mind you, freak show items, wouldn't you want to have it at a carnival?
I don't know who would have taken such things, but I do assume that the individual has absconded to the nearby village of Kars. It's not but through the village or through the forest. The pathway lies open. It is not enshrouded or blocked by the mists. If you would, please look for this. Look for these two things, the punks, as Pakali calls them, in Kars. You can find them and bring them back to me along with the perpetrator who took them. The mists will be open to you, and you continue on with your journey.
What about the collar?
I would ask that you keep an eye open for them as well.
Can you give us any, description of the perp, so to speak?
He looks at you, and there's a look of confusion on in her eyes for a moment, and then sadly she says, "Unfortunately, I have never seen them."
You just know about them and what they did prior to you coming into ownership of this carnival.
I know that they killed my companions, my best friends.
Do you remember their names of your friends?
He nods.
I will pry no further.
What were they?
DM. List an entire adventuring party right now.
They were all,
Fred, Bob, George.
Yeah.
Gobbo the Goblin, Senny the Centaur.
No, they were all, they were basically all just, holy warriors. She explains very briefly that they were all warriors that defended and were devoted to elven deities, Eldarine, and did quite a lot of good. Yeah, did quite a lot of good. Exactly, did quite a lot of good in their time together, slaying fiends and other threats. Dragons, fiends, demons, other threats.
Well, if the collar can kill your friends who are so well versed in the ways of combat, we need to be very careful.
She says that one last thing is that, as far as I know, of my memory serves, the collar rarely slew them outright. This thing works in mysterious ways. One of them took their own life. I know that it was the collar who drove them to it.
Oh god, we're up against a Russian troll farm.
Please, our carnival is only here for another night or so. I would entreat you to pursue this theft post-haste. I will take care of things here. And if you do complete your task, as I said, your way will be open and you can go on your travels.
All right. I believe
Sounds
that
good.
is all.
Well, not much of a choice on our end, but it sounds worthwhile in the for itself.
I had one more thing, just in terms of the importance, or in terms of the, while Pakali was talking about like why these things are important, and just like they're my property, we want them back. I just wanted to do an insight check. Like, is there more to it that he's not saying? I'm not going to pry about it. Just kind of want to like.
You're trying to infer off of the subtext.
Yeah.
Not much more than what he's told you. He's pretty much laid everything bare.
Okay.
Okay. So, are you all heading off in that direction?
I suppose so. We just ask for which way to go, and
Sure.
we treat it like an investigation, I suppose.
Yeah,
Right?
so you're led out of the Hall of Horrors by Isolde.
These are
Whistle.
Carson's friends here. Would you mind keeping an eye on them?
Sorry,
Watch
what was
out, they're rambunctious.
Oh. The cart and the frog. Isolde nods and she says, I will make sure that nothing comes of your possessions. Trust me.
You might want to leave Squirt here too.
Do not let him have any oil. He's a monster with it.
So,
Do I need to bring up the picture?
I'd hate to drop a tin can
Please
and then
don't.
him to just be inanimate for the rest of his non-life.
Yeah, you leave your companions in a secure place, Isolde and some of the carnival security watching over, and you make your way down the path that's at the edge of the carnival through.
Before we leave, I wait for Jacques to come back. Did my pseudo dragon see anything like abnormal?
No,
over?
I mean, but what he saw was basically that these merchants came out again once Isolde was not in the area, and every once in a while, one of the lanterns at the front of the merchant carts opens up, and the light inside of it leaves and drifts off into the carnival and leads some sort of villager or individual back to the merchant themselves, and the hooded figures gather around these carts like little Jawas and basically seem to be trading and, dealing with these individuals. But right now, nothing too sinister, none of the, you watch as something. I think the most unusual thing that happens is like the color in one woman's hair disappears and it turns bone white.
Mm.
Another
It's unfamiliar, but it just reminds me of what happened.
With at Downfall.
What's-her-faces.
Yeah, at Downfall
Yeah.
when you were dealing with those merchants there. Yeah, almost eerily familiar. Very similar.
Okay.
It all reeks of Fey dealings.
Gotcha. I will bring Jacques back and put him.
Lands with a plop on top of Zug's skull as you guys walk, as the party meanders out of the carnival, leaving the Dark Wish behind, and ahead you just see. Go ahead.
As we're walking, I want to keep my eyes out for one of those like little flitting lights that is called flies or whatever. I want to try and get a closer look at one.
Sure. You see one just kind of float past you, flitting through the air, bobbing.
I want to get close enough to like my nose is almost touching it. I want to like get a real good look at it.
Okay,
Does it look like anything?
Yeah, give me a investigation check, my dude, as you're fucking
If you
right
roll
up
a
close
1,
to it.
you're blind.
If I roll a 1, I'm snoring that thing on accident.
Okay.
Getting high on light.
As you get up close to it, the light is blinding, but you swear that you see some sort of almost like a elven face contained within it.
That's terrifying. Hello.
Oh god, that's like the wisps of elves.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was thinking
We're
like,
in the
like
fallen
a willow wisp, but like this is fucking weird. Hello, friend. I'm trying to like. Some
You
response
watch
would be
as you
anyway.
try to like reach out to it, and there is a little spark that emanates from it, and it nearly shocks you, but you back away in time.
Oh. No, all right then. Didn't want to be friends anyways. It's cool.
Piss off, light.
It floats back off into the carnival looking for customers.
Yeah, this place is fucking weird. Not even the Fae.
Okay, so you make your way through the forest. And
Containment town.
not but a few minutes later, you emerge on the edge of a quaint little town, the town of Ars. As you all step forward into the village proper, it's quiet. You see town folk just kind of meandering around. However, you also see in the shadows more of those hooded figures It's kind of like behind alleyways or behind what looks to be some sort of refuse bin, like trash cans, just kind of peeking out, observing, watching. Every time you look in their direction, they disappear or step back into the shadows and seem to just go away.
Are we on a map right now?
Do you not have vision?
Yeah.
I don't have vision. I haven't had vision.
Oh,
at all.
I see a town.
Haven't had vision the whole time?
No.
Why didn't you tell me?
Just
I
hides a
don't know.
kite.
We were just on a black screen. I was like, all right, with theater of the mind, let's go.
Theater of the mind.
I'm sorry. There you go.
We did have another.
Oh, I opened my eyes. I can see now.
I don't know if I guess you didn't see the fair setting we were in then.
Yeah, there was a fair setting and there wasn't as. Okay, so we're at this village and you walk around or you're walking through this village. You see, individuals, commoners, etc.
While we're still walking in and we haven't drawn attention, I would send Jacques off to just look for anyone skulking about that actually has shit with them.
Okay, give me a perception check with Mr. Jacques.
I wonder if he has better perception than I do.
Pseudo Dragon?
Yeah.
Do we not have that as a
We do not.
Alright, let me. Oh, it actually might. No. No, there's Fairy Dragon.
Pseudo Dragon. It has advantage on perception checks that rely on sight, hearing, and smell.
Perfect.
That's like every perception.
Yeah, that's
Not
great,
touch.
actually.
I don't know why it doesn't just say advantage on perception checks. I feel like the touch doesn't come up enough to really matter.
Well, doesn't matter. Highest is a 9.
9.
Okay, highest is a 9. But with that, I mean, it's not hard to see, but you watch at a halfling who is carrying a hefty bag, skulking around, as you said, skulking, you're looking for skulking.
Mm-hmm.
He is darts from behind one building and runs through the door of what looks to be a tavern that has glowing lights on it. You hear the sound of individuals and music and stuff from inside of it.
Jacques says there's a halfling with a rather large bag that went into the tavern over there.
Towards it, and you can see that the sign dangling from in front of the tavern has a large picture of a frog or a amphibian of some sort. It looks like almost like one of those like frog hemoths, you could say, monstrous thing. And scripted beneath it, you see the name of the tavern, the Thirsty Toad.
So are we just walking into town proper then?
Yep.
Considering the motleyness of our crew being something that most towns would not have experienced, did we get any?
You absolutely do. Good point.
Okay.
As you hop, fly, and scamper your way in, the townsfolk, who look like your typical, I would call it like podunk town look. All of them kind of have heavy coats on. It's a little bit of a colder atmosphere in here in the wooded area. The mists are through the air. You can barely even see the moon through the clouds above. All of them are all bundled up, the low lamplight around just barely illuminating faces as they walk past houses and taverns and stores. And they definitely stop and look. One little kid just completely stops in the middle of the street, mouth agape, as his, mother tries to pull him forward. She's like, come on, let's go, come on, we got it. Don't look at them, we don't know what they are. And they just start, moving along.
Hi!
you absolutely are like standing out. However, you don't see any like town guards, interestingly, or anything like that. And most people just look at you with a side eye, kind of strange, but nobody is coming up to you or anything.
I would give them all like big, genuine smiles.
Big.
I'm gonna
genuine-
try to more or less kind of duck behind Kiwi. I don't know how. Kobolds are
Not
not
that hard.
necessarily. Yeah, well, that easy to hide, and also I don't know how this town feels about kobolds. It seems to vary town to town. So I'll try to kind of lay low while the others talk.
All right. So you're heading towards that tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So, as you head towards the tavern, we'll take a quick break as you push
yeah.
open the door of the Thirsty Toad and make your way inside.
It's a great tavern name.
That's the name of my ex.
Very good. All right, 5 minutes,
All right,
everybody. We'll be
Seinfeld.
right back.
So they're wrestling, doing whatever like weird dog things. It was hilarious. But then Momo decided that she was gonna mount the other dog. Momo like bapped her down and then just like mounted up, and it was just like this. She's never done that to a dog before, ever. So we're just kind of like, just like, what the fuck? Like it's not clear in the photos.
Man.
Yeah, it's just like, you're in my house now, bitch. Like, oh, okay.
Quite
She almost got her
literally.
confidence. Yeah.
Has she had playdates at home before?
Not like a little bit. When our friends who are now live in Toronto would come over, they'd bring their dog and they would play. But never got that feisty.
I wonder if that's like a, I know you're gonna leave, so not a big deal. Like your owners are here,
Maybe.
but this is like my people are your people, and we're sharing this space now. So I'm gonna show you what's up.
Probably some merit to that, yeah. But now she's gone forever.
I was talking to Scuzz, I'm like, I could never foster.
It was hard.
I tried when we brought Loki home. I failed after -2 hours.
Yeah,
Tried
both.
again when we brought Thor home. Because I was like, no, we'll take them to the shelter. Like, failed after -30 minutes.
Oh. Oh. Why is that a thing?
This has
I love
been
it. I don't
wild
care.
now.
I don't even fucking care. Get the zoomers in on this shit. I dig it.
Yeah, they're trying to get people interested in okay, so
Visiting the
the other
park.
one that is the
Like the U.S. National Park saying, we have parks.
that's a good one. Oh, why can't I think of it? It's the organization in charge of like issuing recalls and shit.
Oh. Fuck. I've worked with them before. I can't remember the name.
Foster.
I'm all about it. Get engagement with outside. Get people
Product
interested
Safety
in visiting the
Commission.
place. Okay.
Derpy, just on the could never foster thing, both sets of parents texted each of us separately and like, so you guys gonna keep the other dog? Literally, not one of the four of them thought we could get rid of the dog.
Oh.
Yep.
I can't bite this.
Is like USGS also in on this memeing?
That'd be great.
Yeah, here we go.
But geological scientists are notoriously immune to humor. Wow.
Yep, this is there's some good shit.
It's some weird in the soda go shit.
One thing to consider here is that these blue check marks don't mean much anymore. You have to really validate that it's actually who they are.
Oh, no, I think that is actually the official one.
It's become
legit.
harder to tell. I do know the U.S. National Parks one is legit because it was there was like a little story on it I was reading, and they interviewed the person behind that, and they were just trying to build engagement. So that one I know is legitimate. The rest could be copycats. Maybe they're doing the same thing. Could be fake accounts. I don't know. Okay. before the newest version. Mm.
Mhm.
Unfortunately for you.
Right.
The
Cool.
other thing it has, like the USCPC like logo and
Yeah, that's not hard to add.
cpsc.gov.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, but even if it's not the actual account, like they're trying real hard because like ultimately they have information. It's like using candles instead of flashlight, or using flashlights instead of candles during a power outage. Like, beware of tripping hazards in the yard. Like, yeah, they're being goofy as all hell, but like they've
So even if they're a fake
got-
account, they're
yeah,
at least
like
parallel with the same
they're
intent.
still engaging with, you know.
I don't think you can get Gen Z to like actually read your material if it isn't presented in a deep fried format.
Or less than 4 seconds of.
Yeah, it's gotta be less than 4 seconds of content or insanely engaging.
So just deal with your-
Oh. Mystery solved.
Is there any liquid in those jars? Is it like liquid to hold them, or is it liquid made from them?
And is it one blue and one red?
What a weird coincidence.
I'm still just hiding behind Huey, but yeah, follow you guys.
I will. This is them in the top right. I will make my way over this way and then start like minor illusioning like small explosions to bring attention to myself.
I do a
Cast
little
a forget me spell.
Yeah. I hop up on and sit up on the counter and make another one and say, just parts of the show. If fire is made, if I have.
You cut out.
It works.
Is there a performer
good
in here?
question.
I immediately latch on to the energy Voda's going with here, and I'm going to start druid crafting flowers from behind my skull and handing them to people as I walk around.
I would
Like
definitely.
a magic trick.
I would look at Velka and Rosin and gesture to the table in the back.
Yeah, I like this.
I'm just gonna walk over there.
I nod and I kind of. I mean, Rawson is kind of like trying to be a little. I wouldn't say hype man, but kind of like, oh, this is so exciting! I wasn't prepared for this.
Like one in the crowd.
Yeah, just like, oh, isn't this cool? Like, come join. They have a lot to show you. I can tell you that I can vouch for her impressive skills. You're definitely gonna want to get a little closer to this, and then kind of make my way like around, like kind of like, are you seeing this? And I'm gonna go. Are you going to the back, Velka?
Yeah, I was trying to move my token, but it is so slow right now that I cannot.
Oh, weird.
Oh.
So
May want to reload. Seems to be fun.
Yeah.
So as you get close to the back, Rosin, you can overhear the conversation. Halfling has these two jars on the table, and he says,
Lady Tass, I was hoping that there might be something that this would be something that you would find interesting. I came across these two things. They seem to be strange creatures, probably very, very valuable. I was hoping that, maybe they could go towards, paying off my debt, maybe?
and the woman leans back in her chair and looks at them down her nose.
What are these things that you place in front of me? They seem... Are they there? Is that a large red rat inside of a jar? And a smaller skunk? I have no idea what this is. Bernard, why do you bring me such strange items? This is... Why would you think that I would want such a thing? I don't know. I just thought that they seem to be... They're from the carnival. Everybody wants to see them. They could probably fetch a...
She looks back at you all, or she looks back at Bernard.
I would suggest that you just take these filthy things back to the carnival, where they belong. I don't want such a thing. It is laughable that you think that this would pay off the debt that you owe me. No.
Looking at Velka, like, maybe we don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I just sat down.
As you sit down at the table,
Conversation.
you hear a chair creak, like a chair move from behind you, Velka, as a large muscled individual stands up and places both of his hands on the back of your chair.
Hello, little bunny. This ain't your table.
Maybe not my table, but those are mine. Well, my employers. And I point to the jars.
So, as you're sitting there, I'll,
Rawson looks over, not even subtle about it. Like, really? That's how we're gonna do it? Okay.
Voda feels the regret already in her.
Yeah, I'm like, this is not what like. There were so many other ways we could have done this.
Showdown in the tavern. Let's get it.
Velka is about as no nonsense as you can get.
I am no nonsense. You are straight to the punch. Like,
Yeah.
that is not no nonsense. That is dumb.
the other individual who is at the table, this man sitting across, he has not stopped looking at you, Velka, and Rosin, whoever else has walked up close. He's not said a
Which guy
single
is this?
word. It is this individual.
One in the corner.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh, it's
Oh, yeah.
Soko, but young.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
good. Yep.
He has a very knowing face.
And he stands up and walks over behind Lady Tass, who's, you can tell that she's some sort of big shot, right? Like she has an air, she's dressed much more elegantly than anybody else here, but not in a way that makes her look like a, duchess or baroness or something like that, but more like a shrewd businesswoman.
She's still wearing jeans, but like the $500 jeans or whatever.
Yes, and this individual, the man, leans over and whispers something into her ear. There's a brief moment.
Do I catch it?
Give me a perception check. Okay.
To be honest, I was kind of thinking more on the passive side. I won't play that made up. But
you hear the low whispered voice, and it's like the rest of the music and the cheering and clapping in the tavern fades away as you hear this voice that sounds almost sickeningly sweet, almost crawling into your own ear. Whisper. Now those are valuable.
Uh-oh.
And Lady Tass, you watch as the man pulls away from the side of her head. Her eyes blink once or twice, and then her head turns to look directly at you, Velka, Rosin, and Nutmeg. Oh, you are interesting. Now this is something that I think I would like to collect. She snaps her fingers.
I'm sorry.
And multiple chairs around the
hold on. I would like to acknowledge that Velka, my friend here, was not quite.
There is as the chairs scrape back in the tavern, Zug, I need you to make a either a acrobatics or dex or athletics check, please.
All right. This is also, I'm probably this big guy next to me. I'm like, I have a white tulip for you, and I'm like handing him out, and then all of a sudden, let's see what's best for you. Oh,
It's an excellent use of Druidcraft.
13.
It matches. He reaches out for you and grabs your basically like your armor on top of your back, and you duck away as he misses you. Velka,
I can't eat the flower. Yeah.
Velka, I need you to also roll me a acrobatics or athletics check, please. Okay.
Probably fine.
And you're also fine as the thug who was grabbing the back of your chair and pulling you towards him tries to reach around like an arm across your neck.
Yeah, I'm like putting both feet on, like leaning back, putting both feet on the edge of the table, and just shoving myself backwards into him.
Okay,
the
let's
stop
roll
the
initiative,
grab.
everybody.
I'm gonna hit.
Oh boy.
Grab
Before
your
that, seeing this quickly happen, I lean to the bartender and go, "You leave."
You
Might
cut
wanna
out
leave.
again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There is no reaction from the bartender.
Ooh.
Tendy.
This music got me ready for a bar throwdown, so I was feeling
Don't
some.
worry, we got that.
some of the
we
old
got that in the
ultraviolet.
sixes.
Yeah, this is how I was expecting this encounter to go, but not how I was expecting it to start.
Fair point.
I'd like to like
Look through it again.
kind of like as the thing with Velka and the guard person happened. I'm basically leaning over to the guy and being like, Bernard, was it? You might want to grab those jars. You're gonna be coming with us. Once this is over.
He's
Such a
already
passive threat.
gathered. You watch as the halfling already has gathered up those jars and put them back into his sack, and he's ducked underneath the table.
Bunch of cowards.
Okay.
All right.
I think I lost my druid bullshit tab.
I have.
I can look it up.
Okay. All right. So, starting it off, the this individual, who now I will share a larger photo of him.
Oh, smoky.
Smoky.
Oh, that's some devilish shit if I've ever seen it.
He's got a
So
little,
he smiles as he basically just stands there in the back of the room. Oda, you're welcome, or you are up. You're welcome. You're up.
I mean, you're welcome.
Yeah, Voda,
What can
you
I
see
say?
this individual at the bar. He throws his drink on the ground with a emphatically throws his drink on the ground with a crash. Takes out his mace and grins at you. Hello, bunny.
hello, Hobbit.
You really don't make friends well, do you? And then,
Immediately going for the emotional punch.
I'm the one who has cutting words.
I'm going to. God, when am I gonna? I was thinking of being a distraction. My brain was not.
All right, what's your plan?
Doesn't just look like these guys are the
Yes.
ready to brawl.
Everybody
or...
else who looks like woman in hood is currently just like sitting very still at their table, like trying not to be in the fray. Multiple of them have already kind of dove for cover underneath their tables or have started running for the doors. The bartender has immediately like actually, you know what the bartender does? I'm gonna roll in it for the bartender. It would be funny.
Definitely packing heat under the bar.
Exactly. Nice, I didn't even have to re-roll. There are 1 at the bottom. Okay, cool. Yeah, what are you up to, Voda?
Okay, I am going to quickly, thematically hop over the table to the other side of Zug.
Okay, you will take an attack of opportunity from this guy as he is...
No, I'm going to take.
Oh, hop?
Like literally hop.
Ah, yes,
Sorry.
yes.
Rabbit.
Yeah,
hop.
rabbit hop. As you do that, the thug at the bar is like, "Oh, bunny!" Just like, sadly looks after you as you bound out of the way.
I straight up do a Bugs Bunny move, put the thumb on my nose, and then wiggle my fingers as I put a hand on Zug and cast him.
Cast what?
Cast what? Cast what?
Invisibility on both of us.
Ooh, zoop. All right. Cool. You
This like
are
microphone bug is like the greatest for building
Cast
systems.
Timing.
all right. Okay. Effects up to 2. So invisibility. Very good. All right. You both are invisible. You hear an audible. Oh, where did they go? Alrighty.
Rawson's non-action is going to be, don't do anything stupid, Velka.
And Velka, it is your turn.
No.
Oh, sorry.
And it only breaks if attacks or casts a spell.
Yeah.
So. Right next to Velka and Rosin, well, actually, right next to all 3. I'm going to summon a Francois.
Francois? Nice.
I heard.
All right, give me a quick moment. Oh, cool. All right, Francois. Francois has entered the field. Next to who? Can you ping where you want it?
I already put him down.
Oh, you did. All right. Out of the cracks of the tavern floor around there, you, Rosin and Velka and Nutmeg, you just watch as ink gathers itself up and just this little fucking tentacle, or not even little tentacle, this medium-sized tentacle is just flitting around looking for a target.
Can Rawson
10
react?
feet long.
Yeah, 10 foot long.
Rawson react.
What reaction would you want?
Just, I basically want to feign, like, fear and be like, oh my god! What is that?
Yeah, sure. Yes, you can. It doesn't really do much, though. All right, what would you want Mr. Francois to do?
So when he's created, I can make one melee attack.
All right, Smackarino the homie. All right, a 9 will miss, unfortunately. Slams down on the table next to the thug and
The anti-attack.
All right, Velka.
That is my turn.
Yeah, Velka, you are. You see your sister's tentacle summoned behind you. This individual tried to grab you by his neck. Next to you is the grinning Lady Tass, and this suave-looking individual just is standing, literally hands at his side, head cocked to the side, looking at you all in the back of the room.
Yeah, I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Kinetic Jaunt on myself.
Okay, boing.
Ocarina of the time again.
It's the Order of the Timekeeper.
I know. I'm facetious.
Okay, fair enough.
Woot!
No jokes in my D&D game.
Yeah, and then I am going to use my action to make a stab at the lady that just commanded we get shit upon.
All right. As a reaction, the sir behind the table reaches out, grabs Lady Tass, and they disappear.
Oh shit.
Okay. Does that take my first attack then?
No, it does not. As he sees you, like, reaching back to stab, or like with intent to stab, he grabs her shoulder, and like it's almost slow motion to you, and he just grins, and you notice that he just, with his other free hand, just waves briefly, and it almost looks like it's not like they just disappear. He steps backwards with her, and it looks like they walk backwards through water, and they disappear.
Hey, that's my thing.
Plainer. Okay. I'm going to instead turn my attention to the asshole who tried to grab me.
Okay.
Gosh, everything is so slow for me, and I don't know why. And I'm going to stab him.
Go ahead. That hits him.
Gonna deal 8.
Ouch!
And then I'm gonna stab him again.
Ouch!
My bones!
And that's gonna deal 9.
He stumbles backwards. Oh, shite!
And then I'm going
Language!
Rattles.
to I cannot fucking move my token. Holy shit.
Did you reload?
Yeah.
Do what I do. Just tell Spencer where you're gonna go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go put to I'm gonna stand on this table.
Okay, and you're gonna hop out of there?
No, I use Kinetic Jaunt.
Oh. Doesn't depend on
That's a lot of
It's the
goodness.
second line, second paragraph.
Okay, cool. Concentration, though. Got it. All right.
Yep.
All right, the dude next to Zug, he points at you, Mr. Zug, and he says, "Oh, this one is a little weird rat thing."
Even though he's invisible?
Oh, he's invisible.
Yeah.
He points at.
That's right.
At the turtle, and he says,
Come on, man.
Now that one's gotta be the most valuable. Get that one first.
he uses almost of wealth.
Whoa.
Ooh. Bro, he
Dude,
got
this
the
is,
fucking Valen ability.
Yeah, I was doing some envy shit right here.
I
That's
will actually take note of that.
So he fucking runs off. He goes doink, 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 and then swings.
It's not wrong. I am the most.
He does not. So he does not have advantage on this. His allies. So he designates 5 allies. One. It's basically all the rest of them in the room that he can see. All have advantage on lovely Kiwi. And this guy will swing twice at you. Wow, a 17 to hit you. On the
Sure does.
Okay, that will do 7 bludgeoning damage. And then the second mace attack, another 17, dealing another 7 bludgeoning damage. All right, 14 total. That is his turn. Rosin, what are you doing?
Finding my mute button. I am going to essentially I'm gonna be like, ooh, scary tentacle thing, run away. And I'm gonna bonus action disengage because I don't want to provoke a attack of opportunity. And then basically I would just like to essentially use my action to maybe not grab this guy, but kind of be like, come on, like, let's get out of here, like, and try to convince him, like, we're gonna get you to safety, but like, we need to go.
Okay, give me a persuasion check, please.
Okay.
He looks out from underneath the table up at you, and Bernard, the halfling, with the satchel filled with the 2 jars gripped in his arms right now, looks up at you and he says,
Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm so sorry. Come on.
Doesn't matter. Let's go. And I'd basically like to try to run. I have 30. Can he move 30, or is he?
he is a
little halfling, so he has smaller feet.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So is he like a 20?
No, halfling movement.
They're 35. No, 25? They're 5 less than regular.
That was all normalized in Mordenkainen's.
I'm assuming
Mordekaiser?
that I can't.
Mordekaiser's toe.
I'm assuming that
Mordekaisers.
I'm assuming that I can't like pick him up and fly.
No,
like
he is actually bigger than you.
Okay, yeah, I'm like I think
He's higher up in the food chain.
I think I'm too small.
Don't tell him that.
So I guess I'd like to. Would I be able to run with him now,
Yes.
or
Yeah,
does he
you
have
can
an
lead him.
initiative order?
You can lead. You can. He's a non-combatant.
Okay. So I would basically just, move as much as I can, trying to.
Yep.
Trying to move with him. I already took my bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
What if I didn't take my bonus action?
There was nobody near you. You didn't need to disengage with him.
This dude was right next
Yeah,
to me.
this guy was right next.
But you were.
I was right
You
here.
were like,
Okay, so bonus action disengage. Yeah, no, it makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So you get that far.
Well, because I would have wanted to dash.
Could have tried
dash
to
is an
take
action regardless.
That's what I'm.
That's what
No,
we're-
I can.
Oh, Inquisitor,
Um,
right? You're right.
And
I would say
ultimately,
the problem would be he wouldn't be able to move. It'd be like half the speed because you'd be like dragging the dude because he can only move so far. he's not.
Well, that's what I mean. Like I'm basically running with him so he could go 40 feet.
Okay.
What's his speed?
25. It is. They haven't.
Oh,
it's
okay.
not
So
adjusted.
So basically, trying to go 50 feet with him during that move.
Okay.
But if I made that initial move and took an attack of opportunity, because I'm assuming, I mean, maybe he wouldn't because there's a big old tentacle there, and he wouldn't care about me because I haven't engaged with him yet.
He would still swing at
As
you.
I try to convince DM not to attack me.
He would still swing at
Alawi
you.
sends their regards.
Oh no, I'm just Bunny Alawi.
Yeah. All right. If you would want to, would you want to? You could take. It would be a single attack of opportunity on you if you would.
Yeah, I think I'd prefer to have retroactively just taken the attack of
Got it,
opportunity
alright.
and then dashed.
So a 17 to hit. I'm only rolling 17s. That is weird as fuck.
The
4
music's
points of
good.
damage on you,
I
Ross.
will take it.
Okay, so you do get to move a full 50.
Okay.
So you're basically by the door.
Yeah. Trying as much as I can to avoid
You do. Yeah.
any of
So
the...
that was your movement. Bonus action. Do you have an action that you'd like to do?
I don't know if my action was considered talking to him and
Okay, I think
and
that's
saying
fair enough.
like, hey, let's go and persuading him.
Okay,
so
I think that's fair
kind
enough.
of what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go from there. All right, next up is this other homie who is living up here. He runs past the invisible individuals and goes straight to Kiwi.
God, my face.
Not my face.
No, he's not going to run towards you. He's going to just stay there, and he takes out a heavy crossbow and takes a
Oh God,
shot
my
at you.
face.
And he just goes a 14 to hit.
I have an AC of 14.
All right, so that hits. You take 10 piercing damage.
Wait, doesn't a turtle have natural 17 armor?
Yep.
What?
They have so much art AC.
Yeah, turtles, they have their shell. One of their
That's-
features gives them a
Oh
natural
yeah,
17.
you actually should address
Oh,
that.
I thought that was an active thing. He's just passive.
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
it is.
it's
Passive is-
17.
It's like
Yeah.
unarmored defense.
Yep,
So
Yeah.
it's a
Tortle,
passive
yeah,
of
Tortle
17.
has a shell.
Yeah.
No, you
I don't know why I
do have
didn't
shell
correct that.
defense. That's another thing. But your natural
No, I
AC
have a.
natural armor
Yeah,
of 17. Because
Yeah.
How's that interact
My
with
bad, I
like
don't know why I didn't,
barbarian stuff?
with what?
You only can
it's-
have one or the other at a time.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
Okay, so this interestingly, the two other 17s would hit. The 10 does not hit. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, the
so-
14 does not hit. So you duck behind the table, turn your shell, and boing, the heavy crossbow bolt just ricochets off the shell and clatters to the ground. Alrighty. Next up is this other one who also runs in this general direction. He is going to take a swing at Velka.
Wouldn't he have advantage on that crossbow
Oh,
shot?
he
though?
would. Aren't you a
No.
gem?
That was the thing.
7, we'll call it.
Too fucking polite.
So the bolt reflects off the shell up into the ceiling,
He
falls
falls back down right into the fucking nape of Kiwi's
Reduced
neck.
damage,
Ah!
It's a good thing we left the tin can because it was hanging around the exact
Yeah,
same spot.
exactly.
We just got hit.
Yeah.
Good point,
Alright,
actually.
Velka, you get 2 mace attacks against you. Ooh,
I prefer to tell him no, but
actually, as he runs up, he looks at you, and he says, "Isn't that a nice watch?" And he looks at your stopwatch that you have dangling from
Oh.
your lapel.
Could I have gotten a reaction against it? Yeah, I'm invisible. I'd break it.
Oh, sure.
but you went
He
past
runs
me.
right past you.
Yeah, after kind of get over the shock of what's going on, I want to stab this guy or try to as he runs past.
Absolutely. They're not
So
heavily armored. They just have some like leather armor on them.
All right, I've never used my spear in combat before, so let's do it.
Yeah, you fucking hit me.
Fucking
And it would have been an advantage too, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, go ahead. Let's see.
Sense of self as
Yeah.
bullets in his spear.
Oh, that's a
Re-roll the 1.
9.
Roll that.
Wait, there's also not getting my. Okay, I'll re-roll the 1, but also it's not add. Oh,
All right.
God.
So
It's
you.
not adding my multiplier.
Yeah, you need to add
Oh, because
in-
my strength's 0. No, my strength's 0.
But it's.
Aren't Aren't spears
Or spears?
The
versatile?
spheres are not versatile. The spheres are not versatile now.
Oh, okay.
No, they're strength. Okay, but still, it's 16 damage.
Dude, he runs past, immediately just gets stabbed in the side, but he's like, oh! And as he says it, he's like, that, oh! Stopwatch looks nice! I need you to, Belka, I need you to give me an insight check.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this.
So you have that now.
Alright.
Uh,
Well, no,
So
just
that's gonna
general,
be-
like, 1 inspiration per game. Yeah, at advantage.
Yep.
Insight at advantage. 13.
Yep.
Wait,
Because if
When
you
did
had your things
you-
stolen, you don't.
you don't have inspiration.
We all get generally
inspiration.
general rule for our
Sorry,
games.
not-
is-
No, we
not
don't
hard.
because
No, but we
oh,
don't
because we
because
have things-
we don't have our thing back.
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't
we-
have yours back.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Rosin
it's
and
11.
Zug do.
Yep.
So we do get that back
So
then.
actually, I take that back. That's an 11.
You got it. Okay. A 13 from him.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use luck.
Okay.
So we're gonna re-roll at normal. There you go. That's better.
That's
So-
a big roll.
So what we see here is the thug looks out and he says, "That's a nice pocket watch," and you're like, "What?" And you look down at your pocket watch that you cherish so much on your breast, in your breast pocket of your vest, and it starts. The thug holds his hand out as he's approaching you, and you watch as an energy surrounds his hand, and the watch starts to pull from your pocket and almost starts to dematerialize in front of your eyes, and you're like, "Oh fuck, shit!" And you concentrate, and the watch solidifies again and goes back into your
Okay.
pocket, and the thug is like, "Oh,
What I will
shit."
say about that is, I have the pocket watch in my hand because it's my spell focus. So it's in my hand.
Then
so
maybe
you wouldn't
that's
even
why
do
it doesn't
that.
fucking work, but he
Yep,
still
so
runs
there
up to
we
you
go.
and swings twice, baby.
Good to know. Yep. Yeah.
Bonk, 11. Bonk,
Misses.
18.
Shield.
All right. You're, once again, that stopwatch shield that you have, you
It's
flit to the side.
rewind, Yep.
Yeah, you're off to the side as the mace comes down, smashes through the tabletop, and then you appear in a basically shattered wooden table from behind the bar. Aye, fuck this, you're gonna have to pay for that! Zug, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm no longer invisible. I'm holding a spear. It's bloody obsidian tip. I'm staring at it. Holy shit, it's been a while since I've done this! Alright!
Next to you, language.
Ah, okay, I flip a copper. And then I
Lands
Here's the
in
lands in a
Kiwi's jar.
Somewhere.
I go ahead and cast enlarge on myself as my action.
Oh my god.
Who you calling small? And then I go ahead and use my bonus action to turn into a giant constrictor snake.
Wait,
So I'm gonna be
wait,
a-
so you enlarge. Wait, hold up. Enlarge.
this works.
Are you technically a small?
Yeah.
I am a small creature.
Okay, so you become
I
a
go to
medium creature.
And then well, here's where the part gets funny. A constrictor is a huge, giant constrictor snake is a huge creature.
Oh,
The
man.
enlarged, because its concentration continues and affects the creature.
Yeah, you're
So
fine.
I'm gonna be a gargantuan or whatever the next size up constrictor snake.
Yeah.
So which I think that means I'm like a 40-foot long snake now.
You're like to here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. It's like you see me get huge, jump up, and just morph into like the skull turns into the
Now
head
one
of the
size
snake.
up.
Oh, I
One size
know.
up from that, yeah.
But it turns like my skull turns into that like copperhead desert snake, giant bronze scaled snake. And then the question, I'm having fun with this. Which is the one who shot the crossbow at Kiwi? Okay, and those two over there. So this is where this gets a little beyond the rules. However, because I'm this fucking big, what I want to try to do is use my action to constrict on the one who shot this guy.
Wasn't
control
wasn't
of
your
it.
action to cast enlarge?
Oh, you're right. I cannot use that on the center. I'm just a fucking large snake. So what I'll do instead is move.
That's the wrong thing.
Sorry, you're right. This is what I was thinking of. Is can I, instead of being a giant circle, shrink myself out and try to act as like a literal wall of flesh?
Unfortunately, no. It's the
Okay.
the nature of it is that you are that big. I understand what you're trying
I'm
to
just
do.
curled up. Yeah.
However, yes.
So in that case,
Sneck,
I will.
Sneck is here.
I'm gonna be getting up and I'm looking straight down at the guy who shot at Kiwi, just like tongue
he
flicking
is
in and out.
very angry. Kiwi, it is now your turn.
Fucking
So I'll move my. Oh, sorry. I need to move my other.
Jesus Christ! What are fucking wait? What? Okay,
There.
cool. You're in the bathroom. Okay, nice.
Oh, I can't see. No, I'm right here, but I'm the snake. I need to be able to see.
Got you. No worries. Oh my goodness. Okay, Kiwi, you are in pain. You have a crossbow bolt in the back of your neck, and you have taken 2 hefty mace hits to either side of your chest. What are you gonna do, man?
You know, let's go for the big plays. We're gonna look for the 2 gentlemen in front of me, and then just whoa, gentlemen, please. I assure you that, as wealthy as I am, as the Witchlight Monarch, I surely can pay you much more for services rendered upon killing your friends than you could for killing me. Then I'll attempt to charm person at a higher level on them.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so they have advantage on this because you are currently in combat with them, but you upcast it. Very nice. Okay, they will have 2 saves at advantage. The first one being the one above you. It is a lovely wisdom saving throw. What is your DC, so we just know what we're trying to hit?
We're 14.
The first one's a 14.
Oh.
Second one is a 14, my dude. I am sorry. It does not work.
It's okay.
So you look at them and you kind of give that speech, and they just look at each other, and they're like, nah, you're worth much more than what you can pay us.
It's alright.
Nutmeg, do you have any bonus action, Mr. Kiwi?
Not terribly. No.
Inspiration?
Oh, I have to do that now. Yeah, let's give that to let's give that to Voda.
All right, Voda, you now have bardic inspiration. Oh no, you cannot see her.
Oh, then it's going to Velka.
Velka, you now have bardic inspiration.
All right.
Bard inspired. Okay.
Isn't the Bardic Inspiration someone who can hear you within range?
Oh, let's
I
see.
want to say either. I want to say Seaboard here.
Who can hear you?
All right, you can
So
give it
you
to Voda
Yeah,
then.
because it's words of inspiration or music.
So
Or whatever.
you got
Yeah.
this, Voda.
Save your mom.
Alrighty.
Slap ass, kick it. Oh,
For the love of the dark gods.
I'm about it. Alrighty. So, being anything that's like it's cursed like that. Icons. Bless! Bless up! Not bless up. Inspired! Alright. This guy runs down towards you, Nutmeg, and swings twice at you as well.
See what you got, dickbag.
Okay, a 14 and a 14. Both miss.
I think
Alright.
those both miss.
They do.
They do by 1.
Yeah, how do you dodge the... What does Nutmeg look like? Nutmeg hasn't really been in full combat yet. What does this look like? Is this homie just comes screaming in, I'm gonna get you, you weird flying fairy thing! And he just starts swinging at you.
Imagine Nutmeg, he like swings like wide horizontally, and Nutmeg just inhales really hard in his fucking pipe and just starts to float up a little bit. Just just barely floats over the swing.
Very good. Okay. Nutmeg, it is now your turn. You get to retaliate. This guy's taking some damage. He's looking kind of hurt.
Alright. Let's see. So I will start to fly at his face, holding my sham, looking like I'm about to swing at him. And then instead, I'm going to start hacking a bunch of smoke into his face. That will coalesce behind him as another nutmeg. Gonna soak duplicity.
Oh hell yeah! First time I actually know what what you are.
Yeah.
It's just hovering out of smoke.
Yeah, so this smoke just like goes behind him and coalesces to, like right behind him. as Nutmeg 2.
Okay. Second nutmeg. I don't know why I want to do this. It's just there. Okay, cool. Just, well... Fuck it. There's two of you.
Let's go.
Oh god, you're two nuts next to the bees.
Okay.
That's
That
right
is your
now.
action.
That is my action, and then as my bonus action from out of that smoke... oh, is it concentration?
It is.
Oh, but the thing I want to do is not concentration, I believe. Yes, it is not. So then from that nutmeg's smoke hands will also form another sham weapon, and I'm casting spiritual weapon.
Bonus action? I love it.
And that is at advantage because he's looking at fucking double bonk nutmegs.
Okay. Cool. That hits for sure.
How do you
Just
roll
hit spiritual
damage?
weapon.
Oh,
Or
spell,
click
okay.
spiritual weapon. 13 force damage. He hits the ground unconscious.
Let's go! I high
Yeah.
five nutmeg.
I was say it's two nuts and a dick slap.
Good lord. Okay, well that is interesting for sure. Trying to find. It was a shalm.
Yeah, it's a sham.
There's no way I'm getting art.
What is? Sorry, sham is what?
A sham is like the snake charmer kind of instrument,
Oh, nice.
which is what I've also been using as my bong.
This is both.
Yeah.
Perfect.
2 in 1, man.
There's a Shong with a G at the end.
Yep, Shong.
I think that would be. Yeah. It's just some strange pot. There we go. That's fine. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, cool. Next up is where is he? Oh, he's over here. He's gonna run over and swing twice at Rosin. All right. One is a 5.
Nice.
Second one is an 11. I think both of those will miss. Okay. The the commoner behind the bar.
Why are you hitting? Go away.
The commoner behind the bar stands up, takes out a fucking crossbow, and shoots at the snake.
I just shattered like
Snake! Bow!
11.
destroyed one of the tables and
Yeah.
nope, misses. I armor class of 12. Off the scales.
Amazing.
Ricochets across the room.
Collateral damage. That's my middle name.
Okay. Okay, Voda, you're up.
Okay. I am. He's unconscious, so my bonus action is. Move this here.
Okay. It just goes under, like, through the cracks in the stone floor of the tavern. The inky tentacle sinks down and just pops up again next to this dude. Slams down on his head. 4 cold damage hits him. Oh! All right.
And then I've been debating this whole time if I wanted.
What you gonna do? You're invisible currently.
You know what? I'm going to keep myself away from things, and I'm going to give up my act
To do what?
to where is it? I'm gonna give up my action to let my pseudo dragon.
Oh.
What's it do?
Let's see. You can cast. You can blah, 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 blah. And when you take the attack action, you can forego one of your attacks to allow your pseudo dragon to make one attack of its own with its reaction. Okay. All right. Let me find Pseudo Dragon so we can actually get this motherfucker in here.
I have the thing pulled up, but I can sing. Which, if they fail the check,
where is it right now? Is it just popped off of? You think it's popped off of the giant constrictor snake, or is it right there?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would think it's still like a tattoo mark on the top of his head.
Yeah,
I got you.
So.
Making quick changes. All right, you're now in charge.
Let's go.
Okay, there he is. Go ahead. Close that damn door. Alright, so,
I chimed in.
He is not in my list.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to close
no,
the
he's
door,
not on
but
the, I mean,
keeps
you should be able to just
opening
control
itself
the token and open it up. Oh,
No, it's literally not in my list.
did I give it to the wrong Chronomatic, not
We're assholes.
Yep. Alright, there it goes. There it is. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, there we go. Boom.
Oh, which one are you attacking? Who are you attacking?
I mean this one, right next to
That
the.
one? Okay, cool. Hits.
Okay, so it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, it takes 4 piercing damage. It makes a con save. Fails it.
Okay. If it ever gets 6 or below.
I know. It's close, but it is currently poisoned. That's good to know.
And that's my turn.
That's cool.
Right,
Okay, so that was the one I was staring down at.
That one's over here. Yes, now it has
Wrong,
disadvantage on
okay.
all of its attacks. All right, Velka, you are up.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, Voda, you still are invisible, right? Yeah.
Yep. Because none of that was an action on my part.
Yep. Cool.
From the shadows.
Okay, I'm going to.
Voda's not a fighter. She doesn't pretend to be.
Gonna move
Neither's
up
Kiwi,
to here.
Just getting slapped.
And then I'm going to use bonus action to do the. Actually, no, I think I changed my mind on what I want to do.
You not take.
What was that?
You not take attack of opportunity.
No, I have the spell up still.
Oh, that's still up. Okay.
Still up.
Yeah.
and he
So
hasn't
that's
been- he
a
hasn't
full
been
minute,
hit,
right?
yeah, and he hasn't been hit yet. So yeah, you're good to go.
Yep. Okay, so I've changed my mind on what I want to do though. Anyways, I'm gonna use bonus action to get my blade thing up, my blade bond, and then I'm gonna take 2 attacks at this guy.
Okay, right in front of you.
Yep. And that's gonna be 2 attacks at him, 16 and a 19.
Okay, both hit.
So that's gonna be 11 and 12 plus an additional.
The guy goes down in a heap.
Yep, an additional 2.
Yep, he is down in a heap on the floor. Are you lethal?
It's gonna be a stab to get him to like double over.
Yeah, the first one nearly takes him down to his knees, and then
Yeah. And so like as he doubles over, I'm just gonna take the pommel up like right into his forehead.
yeah, sounds good.
Just
Okay.
knock him the
Bong!
fuck out.
He gets knocked out. Alrighty. The next one, it is now his turn again. Oh man, you are no longer the wealthy target, Kiwi. He turns his
Hooray.
attention to the
My money.
rabbits. He runs away from you. Kiwi, you get an attack of opportunity.
I wasn't prepared for this.
I didn't know I could do this. Oh god. Well, take my claw.
Yeah, you swing out at him, and he's not. It's not a lovely attack. No.
So bad.
And Velka, you get 2 attacks against you here. That's
Yeah.
a miss and a hit.
Okay.
21.
I'm going to use luck on that.
Eddie, what?
So he has to reroll that.
Yep. 7 misses. Shoop, once again.
Yep.
Another trick of the light as the attack misses. Good, nice. Rosin, It is now your turn. You have a thug in front of you who is absolutely staring you down, trying to attack you. What are you going to do?
Find my mute button. I am going to use my action to druid craft like a real stinky, like right around here. To try to like, oh god, what is that smell? I'm sure it's poisonous. And just druid craft, you know, a stank, and then disengage. Not gonna disengage. Just going to run and is this the way out? Is that a window? What is this? Is this a door?
There, and then there's a door.
Okay, so just continue grabbing this dude and just dash.
Yeah, you give me the athletics or acrobatics.
Flying.
You're right in your face and did not do that.
I did. I'm just provoking an attack of opportunity.
It's his attack.
Acrobatics or athletics? Woo.
Alright, he tries to grab you, but he gets away, but you get away. He slips through by the door with the other individual.
And then I want to leave.
Cast out.
Yeah.
Out, dance spot.
And so yeah, just basically trying to run out here with him as far as we can.
Yep, that's as far as you
With
can go.
Bernard as far as we can get.
Alright, that is good. Up next is the guy who's standing in front of the snake. He is absolutely not stoked on this situation right now, and he turns to give me an attack of opportunity, Mr. Richard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only thing I can do is the bite attack for reaction.
Oh yeah.
Which is fine. So
That hits.
14 for 13 piercing damage.
Yeah, and he hits the ground unconscious.
Are you guys whispering your rolls?
Oh, sorry. This one was for some reason because it's the
it's
constrictor stay.
The snake, by default, it's GM roll.
Yeah. So
it was a 14. Sorry.
No, I clicked on. I actually it's on public, but it said to GM. But anyways, yeah, it was a 14 to hit.
Oh, there's something weird.
13
about
damage.
The settings here. Hold up.
Yeah, I put it back to public, so I don't. I
No,
went
it
off
doesn't
public.
matter. It just says there's a thing that's now whisper toggle. There you go. It was something. It was a settings with the game. Don't worry, you're good to go. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he hits
Go
the
for
ground
it.
unconscious.
Yeah, I don't devour him or anything.
He
It's
was
just like a strike.
He was a little bit slighter of the looking of these thugs.
Gotcha. Also, I would say I would not do lethal damage, so it depends on how that bite goes. You can decide if it's lethal or not.
You all watch as Zug the giant, well now larger than giant constrictor snake.
Colossal, I think.
Colossal, well, gigantic constrictor snake or
Gargantuan.
whatever the fuck this
Gargantuan,
thing is.
yeah.
That's it.
Chongus.
Gargantuan,
Yeah.
Chongus snake. Just does the snake thing and eats this individual. Alrighty.
Yep, sure.
Good
Why
reaction
not?
there,
I
my
think
dude. That one's dead.
Slurp him up.
Thing. It is now your turn, Mr. Snake.
Well, I have tasted blood. Still hungry because I'm big. By the way, the snake head has the outline of the skull on the top of the head, just for funsies. So there's two. It looks like two enemies are still up. So I will slither on over to the closest one, this guy. I will try to not crush the pseudo dragon and the tentacle. I don't know how that's going to happen, but I'll work around
I mean, the
them.
pseudo dragon's on top of your head,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
there,
right.
and
So
then
it's
the
still
tentacle
attached to
just
me.
moves out of the way. You can occupy the same
and the
space as it.
tentacle is made of ink.
Yeah,
So,
so go
I mean,
ahead.
I'm also it's a giant snake. You can make room here.
All right,
And this one, I'm actually gonna go ahead and use the constrict attack against a 12 to hit.
That hits.
Damn. All right, so he is DC
Grappled.
16 grapple. It takes 7 bludgeoning.
He is grappled and has to escape with a DC 16.
Oh, that's
So
right. It's automatic grapple.
Yep.
So I just curl up around him, kind of like what's a snake from?
Caw.
From Caw. I do that. Kind of pull up around him, and just look down at him because I can do one action.
All right, excellent. All right, Kiwi, you are up, my dude. There's an armed individual behind you. Basically, only two more are alive right now.
Yeah, the one who's behind me, I would turn to him and be like, "Do you dare accost me, peasant?"
Nice. Okay. Fails it. Ow! He just grimaces.
Also, just love the double nutmeg going on.
Shit! Ah, fuck! Ow! I'm not a peasant. I'm at least a commoner, not more.
Then I'll bardic inspiration on Velka.
Hey, Velka, you have some bardic inspiration.
Hell yeah.
Nutmeg, it is your turn. The two of you, plus your fucking bonkum stick.
Yep. So I can't move both my illusion me and my spiritual weapon at the same time. So the illusion me is going to look like he's throwing the spiritual weapon. So I'm going to move my spiritual weapon over here to bonk this guy with it.
Boing.
So
Does restrain give any advantage? I don't remember how that works. I don't think it.
Oh yeah, it does. Restrain definitely
Restraint
does.
gives advantage on attacks, yep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is advantage then.
Okay, yep, cool. So at advantage, he throws that sham.
Ooh, 24. Very nice.
24.
For 6 force damage. Boing, boing, boing. Clonks him on top of the head.
And then then the real me flies over, and I hit him with the shank.
That hits.
22.
Swing my sham around, bonk him for 5.
Okay, very nice.
5 biggins.
Yep. Okay. Very cool. This guy's gonna make a quick wisdom save. He... How do I want this to work? He looks around and he just says, "I'm not paid enough for this," and he fucking makes a run for it out the door.
Isn't he's constricted? Oh wait, is the bottom one?
Yeah,
No,
bottom one.
I think-
This guy here. He is trying to just fucking make a run for it. Oh shite! And he runs out the open door. And you just see him running next to Rosin. He's just like, Kiwi, if you attack of opportunity if you'd like to.
Rosin's
Oh, I
waving.
would absolutely love to. Here come the claws, baby.
He just runs off
I gotta
into the
punish you
sunset.
for this.
That's 2 in a row, baby.
The bartender once again just says, "Fucking snake! Oh shit!" and just takes another shot.
Oh shit, it's a snake.
Oh shit, it's a snake. A 13. This actually hits the snake this time. 6
That will
piercing
hit,
damage to
yeah.
the snake, which is nothing.
A minor flesh wound, don't even notice it.
Alright. Rosin, I need you to give me a wisdom save, please.
By the way, that last roll I think was also hidden. We didn't see it.
It was, yeah. Sorry, it was a 13 to hit.
That's fine.
I need you to give me a wisdom save. Second. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, so out of the shadows next to you, Rosin, steps the individual, the man, the dude. As he comes up next to you and wraps an arm around your shoulder and pulls you close, and he whispers into your ear and he says, "Give Isolde my warmest regards." And you feel this, once again, like a weirdly, coyingly sweet whisper in your ear. Your eyes blink once or twice, and you look over in his face, and you just see, for a brief moment, the most, like, handsome individual you have absolutely ever seen in your life. A smile that could charm nations. And then you shake your eyes, or you shake your head, and whatever he was trying to do falls to the side. Just looks at you and he says,
I don't know your name though, so I can't give her your regards.
"You can call me by many things, but she calls me the caller."
Yeah.
And would I have a reaction of some sort?
He unsheaths his sword from his cane and stabs you.
Oh, that's not gonna be good.
You can react to the winds.
This is some red wedding shit right here.
It's a 14 to hit. Sorry, this is once again to GM shit, and I shouldn't have.
14 meets.
14 meets. Deals 9 piercing damage and 4 poison damage as is.
I can half that, I believe.
Yeah, as a reaction.
With my reaction, I can have that.
Oda.
It doesn't say any rolls.
Also, sorry, real quick.
What was that? It was 9 and 4.
Real quick, I realized 2 things. One, I should take a concentration check because I got hit for enlarge reduce.
Yeah, so just roll your con check.
So that's a con as.
That doesn't count because it's not your HP. It works the same way as.
Oh, does it not for when you're shifted?
If
that
I'm
makes
not
it
mistaken, it works the same as temp.
It's kind of busted for druid because
that is actually busted. Holy shit! Second is
no. We looked this up. It is still considered your HP. It's not bonus HP. It is you. You are that creature. You fall to your other type.
So that means if I. Yeah, so I failed that. So now I shrink back down to a regular huge snake. There we go.
There you go.
Be right there. The other thing is, when I'm enlarged reduced, does the D4 bonus work, or does because it says weapon attack, and I assume it's not really a weapon.
Attack, so you can roll an additional D4.
Okay. Well, it was a constrictor attack on this guy. Other guy already did. So he takes 1 extra damage.
All right.
Just, I would have. Yeah. Okay. That's all. Hang on.
All right, so Rosin, you take a stab, and it is now Voda's turn. Still invisible inside. However, out the door is open, and you see Rosin. All you can see is this guy appears, and he just like steps out of nothing, and then and then whispers something, like leans in close, steps back, and then just stabs her.
Fucking rude.
Mona is, well, first she's staring at shock, or like in shock at Zug. Like genuine shock as he.
Because I ate the dude.
But is pulled out of it enough seeing Rosin get stabbed. Is going to. I can't do both of these. So she is going to run over here.
Yep. Visible.
And then Francois is going to and
okay. Once again appears next to the thing. All right. That will. Let me quickly check. Yep, that hits. Just takes a the collar takes just a wet slap to the side of the face.
So technically my familiar has another initiative, but we don't want to do another initiative.
It's fine.
Okay.
They can go initially. They can go after you. That's fine by me.
It has a 60-foot flying speed, and it's going to make a sting.
Yep. Hits. Okay. 3 piercing, Constitution save from the collar. Yep, right. It makes it. God damn it, this thing is still not fucking deep. Okay, yeah, it rolled a 16.
Okay. So that's my bonus action, and then my action was attack, which I gave to my pseudo dragon. So.
Great. Yeah, cool. Velka. One thug remains in front of you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run through.
Zip, 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 zip.
Move to like Yeah, and then I'm going to... Gosh, it's so slow. I don't fucking know why. Misty Step. To here.
Yep, you just appear
and-
behind him.
Yep, and then we're gonna do... Rapier, 14, Rapier, 25.
Both hit.
Also, I realized I fucked up what I did last time, and it's not a D4 for each, it's the bonus action to to do another attack with a D4,
Oh, good.
So, moving forward, 13 plus 6, that's 19 to this guy.
Okay. Definitely hits him. He shows... It slices into his back twice, and he shows no recognition of it. Though you do see his coat, his coat cut, and
Okay.
the blade finds purchase.
Question, it is, okay, so it is force damage, not piercing, because I have the blade bond up. Okay, so he just doesn't seem to care.
Exactly.
Okay. It's not that it's not damaging him, it's that he doesn't care that it's damaging him.
Correct.
Perfect.
Okay.
That is my turn.
So my phase out there, but it's doing damage, but you don't give a shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. All right. So this guy's restrained. He's gonna try to break out and run. So he needs to make a strength saving throw.
16, DC 16. Yeah, strength.
All right, 16. He. Oh shit! Oh, fuck.
It's because I shrunk down. I shrunk down the size.
Yeah,
That's
enough.
why I
Just
popped
enough.
out.
Yeah, and he will run out. He's fucking using the. Well, no. Is it the? No, he can make the save, and that's his action, and then he is.
You can use
getting
movement
out of
still. Yeah. Do I still have my reaction? I actually
Yep.
don't know if it's the same turn. Because
Absolutely.
if it is, I will go ahead and make a bite attack again
bite
as he
him.
runs.
Bite his ass, Seabass.
Wait, make a constriction attack.
Nah, it's a bite. All right.
No, bite has to. The only way you can react is bite. So it's 7 piercing damage.
As he leaves your area, he gets eaten by you.
Okay, I swallow. I down another one. Now you see 2 bulges in the length of my snakiness, where the 2 brutes are devoured.
2 man-shaped like things, like the fucking.
Y'all forget I'm still a kobold at heart.
You are indeed. All right, so that guy's done. Rosin, you were just brutally stabbed by this guy while he whispered some strange sweet nothings in your ear. What do you do?
You know, that really hurt. And if you weren't so mean, I might find you attractive. I'm going to grab my rapier and go for an attack.
So that's not the harshest rejection, but all right.
But just if you weren't so mean. I think this is just a sneak attack. Yeah, so insightful fighting isn't necessary because I have this guy next to me, right? So
Oh, and you have Velka as
Oh,
well.
and Velka's on the other side. Sorry, I can't see.
Oh, it's nighttime out here. Hold up.
It's super dark, and I can't see 5 feet in front of me. But
There you go.
thanks. So I have sneak attack.
Yep. Go ahead.
So I am going to.
Well, if you hit, you get sneak attack. Turn it on if you hit.
It is on.
An 8 will miss.
Okay, and then, let's see, do I have any?
You could still bonus action.
Yeah, I know, I'm thinking about it. Ooh, could I use inspiration? Oh, no, I didn't call it out beforehand.
I would
Never
be
mind.
fine with it. That's fine. You can roll again. You would use your inspiration that you now have for finding your
Bit
item.
of flex
It
on
hit.
everyone else.
It does hit? Okay. So did Kiwi just like wake up and look around?
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Where's
and
everyone?
Do damage.
Uh,
There you go. Wow.
and that's sneak attack too, right? Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, that is 21 damage. A lot. Okay. Cool.
And then I still do have bonus action, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so I am going to, I think I'm gonna hide right in front of them behind the tentacle. I'm gonna disengage and just back up a little bit and like hold my side, be like, ow.
Okay. Zug, you are up as the snake. Now filled with 2 yummy thugs. What are you gonna do?
Ah, fuck! I tried to ninja P too quick. Okay, I'm back. I thought I had time to ninja P there. With my wireless headset, I was still listening to things. But anyways, I just see. I'll look around. I see the guy out the door. Yep. I don't see any other thugs in here. I don't think
They're
so.
all,
at least.
they've all either been. They are either inside of you or gone.
Nice. That's just the way I like it. All right, so I'm going to slither my way around Foda to right here.
Yep.
And I will go ahead and try to use my constrict on him.
Go ahead.
Again, because I want to flex, as Porkins has said, I'm going to use my inspiration that I have because, I
You
can.
have it. Advantage here.
So we'll try
Oh,
12.
unfortunately misses. There's a
All
lot
right,
of
so I try to get
bludgeoning
around.
stuff.
That would have been thick. I try to get around him and fail, and then I will use. Wait, no, I don't think I can use. Well, if I can use my bonus action to telepathically speak to him, because I can do that with my thingy. Is it? Hold on.
What would it be?
I was just see if I can do this as a bonus. It just says you can speak telepathically, so I assume if I just use a bonus action to speak, I'll be. He's like, why are we? Just come with us. We won't eat you, probably. And it's just in his head.
Kiwi, it is your turn.
Listen to the telepathic snake, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically
The caw eyes, yeah.
All right, Kiwi, what you up to?
Damn, I'm just gonna. Just looking out the door there, I'm gonna go ahead and. Right above Smoky Boy's head, we're gonna go ahead and just drop some fairy fire.
Okay.
I'm assuming I can see out the door that way.
Yeah, you can. All right. He will do a dexterity saving throw. He fails it. He is lit up.
Hell yeah.
A bonus
Back
action.
to where the baller. Bonus action. Oh, hold on, my last inspiration, so I'm good.
Okay, nutmeg.
Alright, I'm gonna fly as far as I can over. Oops. Not in that pathing. That's bad pathing. I'm flying. I'm hitting a wall. I'm flying my full 30 feet, and I am.
Donk, 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 donk.
I literally just like. I literally
fucking
just
on
like a
brand.
fucking fly trying to get out of a building, flew into this window right next to the door like 4 times.
Everyone pause to watch.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not close enough.
The windows are really clean.
Can I use my telekinetic shove on myself?
Sure. That's fun.
Yeah, so I'll
Slap your
feel
own
a little-
ass and you go, oh!
do a little pat on my own butt, and I
Yeah.
move 5 more feet.
Whatever. Newton's third law doesn't exist in this realm.
Yeah, it's fine. And I'm going to poke. I immediately forgot your name. Robin. Jesus.
It's right there.
Is oh yeah, it's a
I mean, but
name
it's
tag.
nutmeg, it sticks out.
Yeah.
Hey, other fairy.
Who are you again?
And I'll put like a little bit of like fairy dust in your pocket, and I'll hit you with a protection from good and evil.
Ooh,
Very nice.
And then my other me, because this is concentration, he inhales his own self and disappears.
Dude fucking took a rip so big he disappeared.
That's some face shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, so the bartender just yells, "Get the fuck out!" And then the caller stands here outside amidst all of you, and he smiles and says, "Maybe this is just a waste of my time.
Don't go.
Send Isolde my regards. I'll always be around. Kisses." And he steps backwards into, basically does the same thing again, steps backwards into the
I'd like
inky
to
blackness.
stab him.
I would say, thematically, I try to eat him as he goes, but just snap close the empty air.
You can try to stab him, though.
I don't think it's gonna matter much, but
Hits him.
fuck you, my guy.
Advantage.
So
Little
Tentacle
exit stab.
and Delka get attack of opportunity when he steps back.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm not gonna try to actually. There's no way I can eat him, so it's just thematic from my end. Just
So
trying to.
he disappears
Awesome.
back into the. He disappears
Because
back
you're
into
full.
wherever he goes.
Can an attack of opportunity be a grapple?
No, it has to be a.
Yeah, no, it can be actually. It's any kind of attack, and that's an attack.
But
That
this
being
is
said-
Also,
he's
just
not,
realized,
but the thing is, it's not like I'm
He's not
allowing
moving.
Velka to do
He's-
this.
he's
not
not
moving. He's literally not moving.
Oh, okay.
which is also
Ah.
why, again, I'm just doing from a thematic standpoint. I'm not
No.
trying. I also just realized Bite has a 10-foot range on this thing. That's actually cool. Didn't know
Yeah.
that.
So he disappears back, and everybody just is catching their breath, including the little halfling who's next to you. And she's like, "Can we just get out of here? I'm sorry. I even tried to do this. Are you here for the carnival?"
Gonna...
Yes, we're getting back home.
Please,
Home? Why did I say home? That is not the word I would have said.
Before the drama.
behind you, you just hear the bartender just, "I don't know who the fuck you are, but you're gonna get this put on your tab. Oh wait, you don't have
We're
a fucking
going, we're
tab
going.
here."
I turned back
Come
into
back
the
and make a
bar.
tab.
I turn back into the bar, look over to the keeper, and telepathically say, "This is on our tab!" And I vomit up to 2 dead corpses.
As you turn back into
I
Zug.
turn back into Zug, yeah.
And just two thug corpses just land on the floor, half digested now, just covered in spit.
Voda's still invisible, but Zug, you could probably feel the energy purposely make a step away from you.
Oh, like some like a breeze moving away kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll consider it. Also, very, very, very quickly, just check pockets on these 2 corpses as I'm out leaving.
Yeah.
This is on our tab that also takes their money anyways.
Exactly.
You rustle through their slimy clothes, their slimy leather armor and stuff like that, and you find 50 silver combined.
Okay. I'll take that and I'll throw it at the barkeeper. Run away.
Okay. It's just a rain of silver coins just falls on the bar top. So the commoner just flips you the bird. All right. As you all quickly escape with your new halfling friend in tow, making your way back out with Bernard through the town of Kars, the chaos left behind you. You move back towards the Duskwish Carnival or the Darkwish Carnival, and as you arrive there at the gates, you see people kind of leaving. It seems that it's actually starting to close down for the night. But there in the periphery, you do see the lovely Isolde. She is standing there on the grounds talking with some other individuals, and sees you arrive with the halfling.
I will make a quick note of eventually the invisibility does drop.
Yep.
Voda is actively keeping her distance from Zug.
Okay.
I will notice that with my own awareness. I don't say
Isolde
anything.
approaches you all as you make your way through the gates, and she says, "Ah, that was quicker than I expected, actually. Lovely. Did you apprehend the individual?"
Just push the halfling forward.
Yeah, we're trying to. He came willingly. We didn't have to apprehend him. He was making a bad deal with a friend of yours.
Well, technically, with a
With someone
woman
else.
who was associated with a friend of yours.
I have a feeling he's the one calling the shots.
He didn't want to come. Sorry.
We
Well,
tried.
I appreciate that you have. It sounds like that you may have weakened him, or at least did your best attempt at
He
damaging
does
the.
not seems very bothered about anything that
They
anyone
never,
did.
they never are. And
Zay?
her eyes shift down to the halfling in front of her, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have taken this from you. It's here." And he opens up the satchel and he takes the cars out. He looks at them. She says, "Put those on the ground, please." He does. Justice must be served. He raises the sword and beheads him.
No, the second she raises
Oh,
the sword,
fuck.
the second
No.
she raises the sword. Okay, actually,
Yeah, no, I would not let that happen immediately because I wanted to ask him a question.
from the time we left the treehouse to when we got to this carnival, would I have gotten my spell slot back from giving the kids a snow party?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, then I'm casting Hold Person.
It doesn't do anything.
I also suppose I would have asked this
He
prior.
is not a human.
I think I would have asked
There's some
She's said she was an Eladrin, which would make her humanoid.
Well, there's something funky wucky.
He looks
like an Eladrin.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would just like to acknowledge I wanted to ask Bernard what he was doing with those people, like on our walk back to the carnival.
He would have told you he was trying to pay off a debt that he owed to Lady Tass.
But what was the debt? What is he trying? Like, I want to get information out of
She
him.
was some
Yes,
sort of
people
mob
dead.
boss that was a loan shark that he took money from in order for him to, make a payment on something, and he was coming after him, and he found something that may have been able to pay off his debt.
And does he know
That's some
anything about the
tragic shit.
collar?
No, not at all. He had no idea
Okay.
who that man was that was.
This is just some kid who got himself down in the dirt and
Is dead for it now.
made some.
And he's dead
some
for it
poor
now.
choice.
As Isolde looks to you and says,
Yeah, makes sense.
"Justice is served." You watch as the blade glows a deeper red as the blood on it disappears.
You have
So-
a disgusting sense of justice.
Mhm.
Justice is justice. He must pay for what
Justice
he's
is
done.
balanced.
He did pay for what he was done.
She turns her back to you, and she says, "The mists are open." As the blade glows again, and you watch as a hole opens in the mist behind your cart, as you hear,
What the fuck just happened? Wow, I'm so full of bugs.
and you see Morgort and Clapperclaw animated on the cart.
When she did that, was there anything that showed like?
Give me an insight check.
I don't know exactly what I'm looking for, but kind of just like not. I know there's not going to be any like remorse. I know there's not going to be any like, but kind of like, who is she?
Give me an insight
Like,
check. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, so you saw the moment that the blade rose up, her eyes her eyes were glowing the same red as the blade as it fell
Yeah.
upon the neck of the halfling.
What was the name of the blade again?
It was
Starting with an N.
Nepenthe.
Nepenthe. Okay, I was actually asking. I was making notes. And I couldn't remember.
So tell me, is Isolde left at all, or is it just Nepenthe now?
Yeah, right? Mm.
advantage on persuasion. Somehow.
You are free to go before we make that freedom not exist.
We've done no wrong. There's no justice to serve.
We're simply asking a question.
I can definitely make that wrong. Voda is slowly pulling her staff off her back.
I'm gonna. Wait, no,
I
you're
have a
far
fun
away.
curiosity, and I'm gonna try and remove curse.
Also, Velka, you're far away from me, right?
I want to.
Or sorry, no,
yeah,
sorry, Voda, you're far away from me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
From Nepenthe or from Isolde?
I'm gonna stop
Meg.
Voda for the drawing.
The curse affecting would be what appears to be the relationship between them is what I'm trying to break, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
So
feel
like
you.
the communal connection between them.
Yeah, because I very much get the feeling she's just a mech at this point, essentially.
She's a Darkin.
If nothing happens, it happens, but
No, nothing happens.
alright. Oh, then cool. Once we leave, close the fucking mist again. Keep them closed. Suck my ass.
Good luck on your journeys. We thank you for your assistance.
Do not expect it again.
I am going to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Your value of justice. Just a reconsideration. The caller. Oh, by the way, the caller sends his regards. Huey's sold.
Isolde responds, "Sure he does. Sure they do. I'm
Voda. Finish, sorry.
I'm sure they will continue to harry me and elude me. But I thank you for that information."
Voda looks up towards her and says, I hope they never lose you. And start walking back towards the carriage.
And for what it's worth, your kind of justice has a way of coming back around. Follow my sister.
I will druid craft a cow patty and throw it at her feet.
Aww.
And I don't say anything. I just walk away after that.
Just let it speak for itself, huh?
You're bullshit.
Make your way back to your cart. The owlbear acknowledges arrival. You see Clapperclaw sitting there, shaking his elk skull head, and you hear a little squeak on your back, Kiwi, as Squirt the oil can is now animated.
Where were we? I felt really weird. It's like I had a really long nap.
And Clapperclaw is like, "What a weird-looking carnival. This place is...
We're leaving.
Alright, fair enough."
Yeah. Shit's fuck.
The cart, you get in the back of the cart, the balloon's holding you aloft. The owlbear gives a little groan as they wake up. As they are led off back into the mists. And all you see, you look back, is as the mists close behind you, Isolde standing there watching you leave, the glowing red sword in the ground. Here.
Send Zyblina my regards.
What was it? Oh.
Send
And
Zyblina my
Zyblina.
regards.
Too many things. Sorry. What was it?
I flip him the bird as the fucking mist closes around us.
Who sends regards?
Send
Zyblina,
Send.
my regards.
Oh, send Zyblina my regards. Okay.
Zend Zyblina.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, it was hard to hear that.
as we get back into the in-between zone, Voda probably starts crying.
Not to make it worse for you, but I cough off a belt buckle and throw it over the side.
That does make it worse.
Yeah, I imagine she probably is not even looking at you.
Oh,
I contact my sister.
You head off through the mists as you leave what seems to be an area that is much more dark and dour than the Prismere demiplane that you have been visiting before. We'll pick up on this next time.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking turn!
Leave the carnival behind you.
Fucking wish.com carnival.
Oh, there's so many notes I need to take about these interactions tonight.
It's the fucking back rooms carnival.
Yeah.
We have a carnival at home.
Okay, I'm gonna make a note for myself to look more into corrupted Holy Avengers.
Look into all the sword books you brought with you.
I assume you mean in the game, right?
In the
Yes, in the game.
Yeah,
I'm not
with the
I'd be happy, to do it otherwise.
Yeah. Oh, this is
Google
interesting. Also, there's two parts that really stand out to this. One, that's the first like true combat. Like, yes, there's been like little mini combats.
You mean the
Well, this
5-second combat?
Yeah, but this is the one that's actually like your traditional. People die, things go to shit.
With characters that
Aren't used to that. One, and
I blame Velcro.
But also, it's sort of like it really highlights that we're not in the Feywild so much.
No,
It was
yeah,
gonna
it's
be
a,
combat either way.
it was an instance where this was a stark difference in what you've possibly
It's
like
clear.
in all the the different things so far in Prismere. It's probably
Yeah,
like
we're sweet.
even as
Sorry,
as
go ahead.
wild and gross and strange as some of the hags are and some of the encountered in the Feywild, there is so much there that is still like it's all still in their head, like kind of like plays out like as a game, like there's still like I'm not talking about like being a game, but like things follow rules. There's the rules of reciprocity, the rules of hospitality. They're like all these things, they like abide by them. You walked into a bar here and this guy basically just told this mafia boss woman that these weird creatures looked valuable. He just said, all right, I want them.
It definitely is the juxtaposition of the whimsy we've been exposed to.
Yep.
And whether it's the world we were used to or weren't, even jumping back into it is, well, fuck, kind of a thing. Is that right, Susu? What are you doing?
And also the
I
I
collar.
feel like
the
that every
collar-
time you mention a cat,
yeah,
you
the
have
collar
to
is
say, "What are you
still
doing?"
out there and still they are
cats I
still
never
in
know.
existence somewhere.
Now, I'm not
Well,
reading too much
that
into
sounds a
there's
whole
some.
like not our problem anymore.
Yep.
Especially
Although,
because it's wait,
very
sorry. She
intrigued.
said at the end. She said at the end that they, being the caller, was antagonistic to her.
Mhm.
Right, as in it was a thorn on her side and clearly not a revenge plot.
What do you mean?
Well, they presumably
Oh, 'cause
killed
it
her
was-
in their adventuring party.
Whether that's true or not, I
No,
don't
she's
know.
going after Isolde is absolutely going after the collar for vengeance.
But she's never seen them.
Exactly.
Okay, that's what it meant.
So, like, they elude her.
Yep. They are the
That's what it was. Okay.
They are they are her whatever, like chasing the dragon type of thing.
The white whale.
Yep, it's something
Moby Dick
that
situation.
she knows has wronged her, but she's never been able to catch her or Harry or pin down. Your party was lucky or unlucky enough to encounter them tonight and see what the form that they took. But that drive for vengeance is deep within Isolde, and I think you all now realize what is stoking that drive for vengeance.
Right. The part that we still got to figure out is if this sword was given to her as part of this transaction, what is the origin of it? So that's something that needs to be
The half ogre who died.
But
Sure, that's a
not
story
the
we're
origin
told.
of
But where did he get it?
No, I know. I'm kidding.
But also because it was given. It makes you think it was
I will say
given.
that came off, and I don't know if it's just because of online interaction and not catching all of tone
No,
because
that's-
of microphones,
That's
but
just, like, but that's all we know about it. Like, that's the
Yeah.
only.
Well,
history
the other
we
part was
have.
I was making a side note like, oh, did you give anything in return? Yeah, it's not the Feywild, but they were given this sword by them without anything expected or in trade.
Yeah,
They
maybe
may
it
be
was
trying to get
like,
rid of
"Oh,
it.
Take it away.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there maybe if we find a time to talk to them again, that could be a follow up question or just consideration why this was given away so
Yeah.
freely.
Okay, but yeah, that's this was a flip side of the coin session because it absolutely
Yeah, it was dark.
is a darker side of it is the mirror of the Witchlight Carnival for a reason.
Voda is definitely scarred in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if Zug can rekindle any like connection there, but we'll figure that out.
Friendship ended with Zug. Tears are new friend, best friend.
All right, well, we'll pick up on the next time.
Voda is going to need
Alright.
like a murder jar now.
Oh, also, especially
I made it a
because
point. I made it a point of when Zug said shit's fucked. Voda said nothing.
Oh.
the other things too is like
Yo,
literally
we're
the
going
last
to
episode.
season 2, Voda.
I guess
The last
I'm
episode,
not-
Voda
oh,
was very sensitive to Zug's situation, and there was
Yeah.
like a whole different thing going on. That so just a session later, all of a sudden, that's really interesting.
Mhm.
Cool. All right, I'm ending the stream. I'll be right back in the chat in a
Okay.
moment. Alrighty. Thanks everybody for a great session. Back in the next week. Head off to Yawn.